Americans, they hear communists, it doesn't mean much to them. But if you really know what these politicians in Washington, the ones who are elected on the progressive platforms, if you really want to know, they are for seizure of assets. They want your stuff, and they want to take it by force. In New York City, Mayor Mamdani is doing that by regulations. He's making it almost impossible for landlords to buy and maintain apartments. There are so many rules and regulations, so many taxes, so many expenditures. So what's happening is that poor people might get an apartment, but nobody's going to clean it up or fix anything that goes wrong. Back in a moment. For 250 years, home ownership has been the cornerstone of the American dream. But that dream is under attack for many across the USA due to the rise in title fraud. But you can protect yourself with 25% off home title locks, $1 million triple lock protection. Please go to HomeTitleLock.com today. Use promo code BILL25 at checkout. Don't let yourself become a victim. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, it is Friday. Good morning, freedom fighters. Kenny Williams.
Happy Friday, Vic.
And to you, Kenny.
It's Friday!
And to you, Speaker of the House. All right, we got a great Friday show. David Stokes, the heavyweight champion of municipal policy at the Show-Me Institute, as soon as he calls us. Larry Connor's neighborhood, Mr. Connor's neighborhood. What are you watching with Kathy KAISER from Fox 2? Miller Time, Vic for Vets, chat box, and wheel of audio clips. Ken, who is doing the Pledge of Allegiance today?
You know someone by the name of Sue Goodman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's my friend Sue. Go ahead, Sue.
I pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
She is a patriot, Ken.
Yes, she is.
All the way. All the way. All
Love
right,
it.
so
Love it.
some of the big stories, Ken. I think the FIFA story. The new thing at my house is my wife hates the word FIFA.
Okay.
She just doesn't like it. Can't they find something more manly to call it than FIFA? I was like, that's what they've been calling it forever, Jess. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it is soccer.
And what is that supposed to be?
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it. I played 8 years, all right?
8 years?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have a petition to say, why don't we call the sport running?
I should have.
God, I don't know how they do it. But I get the story, though, is the people that come to America and absolutely love it because the media has lied to them for all these years about Trump and America sucks, and they come and find out everything's great.
Vic, I think that's the biggest story. If you go on social media, you won't ever hear it on the media, of course.
No.
But if you go on social media, that's the big story for everyone. They're like, I'm sorry, America. I never knew. I was always told this other thing about you. And we've never heard this version of you being great, people nice, things
Food
plenty.
is good.
Yeah, it's all a lie.
They got 120 pumps at the bookies. The bookies.
$5 for a pre-made chicken.
$1.50 for a hot dog. Hey, one guy goes, you buy 60 eggs at once? It was like, I guess it was at Costco.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. I guess let's get to it, Ken.
Yeah.
Our first guest, the heavyweight champion, of Municipal Policy at the Show-Me Institute, David Stokes. Hi, Dave.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Dave.
All right. So let's talk about this bus line. Is this the bus line that was going to go up and down Jefferson? I mean, the train to replace the train idea going up and down Jefferson?
Yes. This is a win. I still think I never stopped being struck at just how expensive everything is. It's still a lot of money, but what they have is a bus rapid transit line instead of the Green Line, which was the Metrolink expansion. And this is definitely a win for the St. Louis region. We worked very hard at Show-Me Institute to help convince people to not do that Green Line, which was just an absolute ridiculous $1 billion expansion that nobody was going to ride. And a couple of years ago when it was announced, the feds were unlikely to ever fund it, thankfully, but then it was announced that it was going to be stopped, and that was great. And now we're doing a bus rapid transit line, and what they chose at the East-West Gateway meeting the other day is a longer route, which is good. It goes through downtown, from South City through downtown to North City. It's going to serve a lot more people. While it still costs a lot of money, and I hope they're able to find ways to reduce that, it's still a lot less than the Metrolink expansion was, and for a system that will probably serve far more people. So this is a good win for the region. It remains to be seen whether the federal government will fund it. I hope they do in this case for the same. And remember, 2 years ago, I was hoping they didn't, and we were talking to, officials about why they shouldn't. But now I hope they do, and I think this will be a good way to serve the transit needs for people who actually use transit, which is what we should be doing with public transit. But too often we allow the urban planners and the dreamers to try to spend billions of dollars to convince everybody to get on a train, when instead we should be serving the people who actually use public transit.
Dave, when my wife and I went up to Zion National Park, they had a great system up there of buses. They were electric buses, all electric, and they were double, and they had the really cool. They just would go around. No one else could ride on anything but those. And when you said originally it's going to be another bus route, I thought, oh, no big deal. We got buses all over the place. Is this going to be different? Is it going to be similar to that, maybe, or what?
Yeah, it is going to be different. It's going to be faster. It's not going to have a typical bus route through a neighborhood, through a downtown area, has a lot of stops, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need a lot of stops to serve people, but a typical bus route will have a stop, every few blocks, really. So it takes time if you're going the whole route. Bus rapid transit is going to have fewer stops. We're still going to have a few dozen stops on this route from South City to downtown to North City. So there's plenty of stops, but it's not going to move. It's not going to be stopping every minute and a half here. And it's also going to be technologically improved, probably like what you saw at Mount Zion. Like, you're not going to stop at a red light on this system. It'll be hooked in with technology so that as it approaches, that light's going to change. And we should actually be doing this with all types of buses. It's not that hard to do now. But the bus rapid transit system will be hooked in with technology, so the lights will change. It'll always catch the green, and it'll move. It'll be able to move people. If you live in far South City and you work downtown, you want to take a bus. If that's the best result, if that's the best choice for you in your situation, this will be a nice option for you because it will get you there more quickly than a normal bus route does. And I'm a fan of. There's every bit of a need for the normal bus system that we have, but to sort of make it a little more of a commuter style system for people who want to go long distances a little more quickly and hit the key parts of the city, this will accomplish that. So I'm really excited about this. While, again, I'm still struck that it's a little, every time I hear anything that's publicly spent, it's always more expensive than it need be. And at about $500 million, this is still a lot of money. But I do think it will be less money than the Metrolink, a lot less than the Metrolink, for money much better spent.
All right. Before we go any further, Dave, my Jetsons notification went off, so I owe somebody $20, and you'll see the new host of the show up there on the stream. But the handsome, George is handsome, right?
He's
George,
handsome.
George Johnston handsome. All right, Dave. I don't know if we're there yet, but how much is it going to cost to ride the bus?
I do not know, and I don't think anybody knows for sure. For sure, yet. It won't be a lot. It will absolutely not be all that much money. It'll probably be a little bit more than a normal bus ticket. So unlike Metrolink, though, although they've made improvements to guarantee that people on the Metrolink system pay, and good for the Metro for doing that, like with a bus system, pretty much everybody who's on it has paid to use it. And it's not a bus is never going to recuperate 100% of its cost. That's not the goal of it. But it will recoup a fair amount of it. And I'm excited about this plan. This is a win for the region, a win for the city of St. Louis, a win for the taxpayers. But to your question of how much will a single ticket cost, I do not know.
That's
It's not going to be that much.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was early, but it's the things you don't think of. How much is it going to cost to ride this fancy bus where you get all the green lights and.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you get all the green lights of the special bus system like that, I think I'd ride it.
I promise you this. It's not going to be so much that people don't take it because of price. Like it's a bus system. Like it's going to be affordable for the average St. Louis resident. And most people who ride buses, the majority of them are oftentimes lower income people. It's going to be affordable so that the average person who needs a bus will be able to afford the bus. And that's something interesting about this move around the country for free transit, that public transit should be free. Kansas City tried it. It's been a disaster, and they're getting rid of it, thankfully. But there's one thing, the polling and experience and everything has proven, that the people who use public transit, and this includes lower-income people, they don't want free transit because they know that free transit turns a bus into a traveling homeless shelter. They know that free transit doesn't give the bus system the money it needs to operate effectively. They want to be able to pay a small amount of money to get a system that actually works for them, that gets them to work on time, that shows up on time, that moves quickly. So free transit or having transit too cheap is its own problem. So I'm confident that they'll hit the right number here.
All right, so my last question, and I got to ask it, what about safety?
I think bus systems, because there's a driver on the bus, you're always connected to an employee of the system who's driving the bus. Buses tend to be pretty safe, and I think the St. Louis bus system is safe. The Metrolink problem is, there's a driver, and I'm not suggesting that Metrolink is dangerous. But I also know people who ride it, and they do get scared on it at times. And there have been problems. There's been
murders.
There's been some murders in the Metrolink station. So you're connected on the train. You're in the back second train. The driver's way up ahead in a walled off system. You sort of feel a little bit on your own back there. On a bus, you're not. The driver's right there to stop or call the cops or do whatever it has to do quickly. So I think it'll be safe for people.
Is the driver armed?
I don't think the drivers are generally armed. No.
I think they should be.
I would be fine. It would be fine with me if they were.
Yeah, me too. I know you.
I almost require it.
Right.
But
all right, let's get into the next before we run out of time. Dave, we're talking to David Stokes from the Show-Me Institute. This is fascinating. What if you eliminated personal property taxes and nobody noticed? What does that mean?
Well, it means that, we're having all this talk about personal property taxes now, particularly out and we're not political at the Show-Me Institute, but it's getting a lot of attention in the St. Charles County executives race. Of course, that's where it's generated the most here. So I have a post up at showmeinstitute.org, which I hope your listeners check out, to talk about what does that really mean? And the point of it is, look, any county in Missouri can get rid of personal property taxes tomorrow if they want to. What that means is, in St. Louis County, we set different tax rates for residential property, commercial property, and personal property or your car. Other counties don't do that, but any county can. So if Jefferson County or Franklin County or St. Charles wanted to adopt a separate system of different taxes for different types of property, they can. And that requires everybody to, the schools, the fire, the county, the cities, whatever, to set different rates. And any county can then set their personal property tax rate to 0. But I got news for you. Unless the school districts and the fire districts also do that, nobody's going to notice. The county portion of your property tax is very small. In most counties, it's probably about 5-6% of your property tax bill. So unless you get school districts to also agree to eliminate that personal property tax, you're still going to get that bill at the end of the year for the tax on your car, and it's going to be about the same as it was.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean I'm not opposed to getting rid of personal property taxes. I am. I'd like to see if you actually got rid of all personal property taxes, schools, fire districts, county, cities, everybody. The fact is that most of those entities would raise their real property taxes on your home and land a little bit to offset that loss. And it'd be revenue neutral for most people, but it would remove the sort of annoying, frustrating bill we get each year. And I think we'd come out ahead overall. But I don't want to pitch this as some sort of big tax cut for people. That's what people really need to realize. The idea that if your county or your city goes ahead and sets personal property taxes to 0, it's going to be a really small reduction on your tax bill if that were to happen. And that's the point of the blog post.
All right. I was stunned. I thought personal property tax was a state-by-state thing. Turns out, no. I know Greene County has no personal property tax. That's all I want to say, I guess. I was very uninformed because I am kind of an uninformed guy. All right, Dave.
But let me follow up.
Okay, stop yelling at me.
So if Greene County, Missouri, chooses, there are cities that don't have personal property. There are cities in St. Louis County that don't levy a personal property tax, but in Greene County may choose to not have one, and that's a big county. That's Springfield.
Yeah.
But the school districts in Greene County all have personal property tax, so you still get that personal property tax bill each year for your car. And the school districts generally make up between 60% to 2/3 of your property tax bill. So the fact that Greene County doesn't levy a personal property tax, that's great. And it's good that the county can fund its needs without it. But let me assure you, the people in Greene County still get a bill, and they still think it's too big, and it annoys them just as much.
Yeah.
Because unless your fire districts and your school districts, which combined make up probably 80% of your tax bill, unless they're on board for that, then people are still paying it.
Yeah. Uh-oh. All right. That's the heavyweight champion of municipal policy at the Show-Me Institute, David Stokes. Dave, thanks, baby.
Thanks, Vic. Thanks, Ken. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care, David.
All right, Ken.
Bye-bye.
Bang the bed, baby. Sometimes we forget people we love are going to die. Does that?
Yeah. I mean, when we first started this show 5 years ago, that's one thing we kind of harped on, like, people are going to start passing away in this industry of the music industry from the 70s.
So, David Clayton Thomas, this guy, my favorite Blood, Sweat, and Tears song, Lucretia McEvil, died yesterday at the age of 85. So we're going to pay tribute by bumping in with Blood, Sweat, and Tears all day.
The whole show.
What are we going to do about it? You going to fight us about it?
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it? All right. Our big party is tonight. It's our 5th anniversary, and we'd love to hang out with you tonight at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville. And the Retro Nerds will play. We'll be out there. There's food trucks, fun, drinks, 7 to 10 tonight at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville. Get more info at frankiemartinsgarden.com. All right, the Commander is next. Crank up some Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Kenny.
No use trying to fake him out. No use trying to make him out. Soon he'll be taking out his due. What you going to do?
Like and subscribe to us on Rumble. NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show. Vic and Ken. Ken's a cat. He plays saxophone. Vic owns a cat, and he has cat-like reflexes. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
All right, Chris Cooper at Serenity Wealth Management. I think Chris would endorse our tribute to David Clayton Thomas today,
Absolutely.
don't you think?
Yes.
Because Chris is a very hip guy. And you know what's great about Chris, too? If you've had a question for a long time and nobody can give you an answer, just ask Chris. You know, he comes here and he does a segment with us, and I'll be like, well, what about? Well, I have an answer for that. You know,
that's interesting you say that because the Fun with Finance show. I mean, I'm sorry, Serenity Wealth Now show.
Yeah.
That Chris does every weekend. Yeah. He should have a segment like that.
Oh.
Ask Chris questions.
Yes. Ask Chris a question about, well, finances
and
stuff.
Well, yeah.
You know, when the Dow goes crazy, we call Chris. When the oil prices go crazy, we call Chris. And he, he walks us through it. And he can walk you through your way to the retirement that you deserve. He's got a couple of books you can read all about what he does, tax-free strategies for long-term care. The new Holistic Retirement, they're both available at serenitynowtax.com. And the Business Owner's Playbook for Financial Clarity at serenitynowbiz.com. And as Ken mentioned, great show every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock called
Serenity Wealth Now.
Yeah. And fun with finance. Serenity Now!
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors.
Serenity Now! If you have a phone, you have a radio. Download the all-new News Talk STL app.
Love the all-new News Talk STL app.
And listen anytime, anywhere.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder. But our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
Ready to light up the night? Red Dragon Fireworks has been your locally family-owned fireworks destination in Colorville for 25 years. Our highly trained staff has over 120 years of combined experience. We love fireworks, and we know what everything does. Whether you got $50 or $5,000, we'll help design your perfect show. Plus, mention News Talk STL and get $10 off every 100 you spend, plus a free firework. Red Dragon Fireworks, next to Veta Sports off Ohms Road in Colorville, and reddragonfireworks.net.
What happens next?
The War Department is prepared to set the terms.
Happens right here.
To ensure that we get the kind of deal President Trump expects.
101.9 and 94.1.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
What goes up must come down.
Whoosh.
Got to go round. Talking about your troubles, it's a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Court will take a 60-minute recess for lunch.
Your Honor, I respectfully request a full day's continuance to go over all this stuff.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
all 3 hours of this show, you're going to feel like you're in your car with your dad in the station wagon.
No lie, man.
Listening to the radio. They dominated. Blood, Sweat, and Tears dominated top 40 radio back then. And they really only had a handful of years that they were together. And they weren't together forever, you know. Matter of fact, Al Cooper was in the band before David Clayton Thomas was. And they had some mild success with, you know, Can't Quit You Baby, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But David Clayton Thomas, I mean, he was the hit maker, right? Is that you on drums?
Nope.
So David Clayton Thomas died yesterday, 85 years old. I was really bummed to hear it because listen to that voice. We'll do it all throughout the show. Right now, though, it's time for the Commander Connors.
St. Louis. It's Commander Connor's neighborhood.
We saw today the Supreme Court make a decision that is putting so many people's lives in jeopardy. And I just came back from a rally with 1199 as I stood alongside a number of Haitian New Yorkers who are concerned about what this means for their status in our city. And frankly, this city, the one that we love, is one that has been built by so many from so many different parts of the world. And that includes our Haitian brothers and sisters, our Syrian brothers and sisters. And we stand here ready to be in solidarity with all of those who are concerned by today's decision. And beyond just language of solidarity, actions of solidarity.
The decision he's talking about, Supreme Court decision, which says that Haitians and Syrians do not have the protection of asylum. Get the hell out. I don't think the Supreme Court said get the hell out, but they could have. And that's Zoran Mamdani. Our Haitian brothers and sisters, our Syrian brothers and sisters. Get the hell out, Larry. How are you?
Good morning. Reporting for duty, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got Hans von Spakovsky scheduled. We're on at noon today, and we're going to be talking about that and also the vampire law regarding Hawaii, concealed weapons.
Why are they called the vampire?
They're saying Hawaii had a rule that they cannot have businesses say you cannot come into our business with a gun because you'd have to constantly be taking it off. If you go into business and you go back in your car, you put it on. So the rule from the court was unconstitutional and a violation of the Second Amendment. And we're going to talk about the illegal migration and specifically about the asylum deportations as needed.
Okay, so let's talk about this one.
Yes, sir.
And the Supreme Court in general and how the left looks at the Supreme Court.
Oh, they're talking about we need to stack the court.
But
directly.
Only when
because of that decision.
Right, but when the decisions go their way,
oh
what a great Supreme Court we have.
No, that's the first thing you hear when it's a decision in their favor. They say, no. The honorable, all-knowing Supreme Court
highest
must
court
be
in the
followed.
land, Ken.
Highest court in the land should be followed to the letter, people.
Yeah. And again, it could have gone the other way, and it deals with those who are here that have overstayed and maybe do not have a full visa. It's not going to be every Haitian, every Syrian. And we still welcome immigrants to our nation legally. 1.5 million are welcomed in every year.
What the Democrats want is for a block of people, millions of Haitians and Syrians to come into this country. They can dominate them and say, listen, you'll stay here as long as you vote one way. And you know what that way is? Democrats, socialists.
And you saw it in New York City. They got two, those three candidates endorsed by Mamdani. And even James Carville, political analyst from pointing out they got Biden. I got Clinton into the White House, and he says they've elected a congresswoman, supposedly representing everyone, and he pointed out she doesn't even believe in interracial marriage.
Huh. Oh. Now I'm glad you brought that up because the Democrat Party is fractured, Ken.
Yeah,
it's completely fractured. Because the old standby Democrats don't go for this crap, for this communism crap.
See, I don't believe that. I believe the Democrat and Socialist Party is what they are. Those people you're talking about, the good old Democrats, they're gone. They're sidelined. But the new Democrat Party leadership is AOC. Mamdani, obviously, because he's the kingmaker, they said. And Hakeem Jeffries. Vic, I understand what you're saying. But I just don't believe it. I think the Democrat Party's gone. It's now the Democrat Socialist Party.
Senator Fetterman, Democrat, said the same thing, that they have thrown out good, solid base Democrats. And I will say, all the king's men cannot put it back together.
And I think that there are Democrats now who are speaking against this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
When I'm saying they're fractured, not every Democrat, 450 Democrats are saying, yeah, socialism. There are some that are like, are you crazy? This is not any way to win, and it's no way to govern.
Letitia James, Attorney General in New York, says this was wrong. Don't like what he did. This is not going to help us. You've got numerous other members of the Democrat Party, and Chuck Schumer just swaying in the wind. Well, which way is the wind blowing? I need to stand in.
Schumer's a good example.
So with that thought in mind, which I agree with Vic, by the way, what do you think we should do? What do you think they should do?
Well,
I'm talking about the Democrats that are sitting there going, my party's left me. What should they do, Vic?
Like Reagan.
They either resign or be like Fetterman. I mean, why does only one guy have the guts to say, my God, my party is just out of their minds?
And I mentioned as Reagan, he was a Democrat, and he said, my party left me, so that's why I went Republican.
It's crazy.
I love it.
I do too.
And James Carville, he's, when he says it, because he's pissed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everything they built is blowing up in their face by their own people. They have terrorists inside the Democrat Party, pro-Hamas wing in the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
What kind of... He thinks he's such a popular figure that he's going to question the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Mamdani right now.
Yep.
He said, well, the Supreme Court ruled, I don't care. Call our office. If you're Haitian or Syrian, call our office. We'll talk to you.
Seth Moulton, a combat Marine serving in the Democrats now, says we need to stack the court because of what this ruling made.
Huh. Now, I was not this informed as I am in the last 5 years. A lot of stuff I learned from you, Ken, before I worked here. So 15 years ago was the first time I heard it was Sonia Sotomayor talking about, well, if you're even an undocumented person, you still have rights and you still do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is she talking about? And she was already a Supreme Court justice at that time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, do you have time to hang out for another
Big pardon?
I say, do you have time to hang out for another break?
Yes, I can,
Fantastic.
sir. But I am at noon today, so we're going to make it work.
Oh, my God, what a diva.
Stay right here.
He's a diva already. Oh, my God. More blood, sweat, and tears than David Clayton Thomas.
Goes up,
Love it.
must come down. Spinning wheel, got to go round. Talking about your troubles, it's a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
I had a guardian angel by my side. I called her Mamaw. Now, she once told me, when she found out that I was spending too much time with a local kid who was known for dealing drugs, that if I ever hung out with that kid again, she would run him over with her car. And she said, JD, no one will ever find out about it.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
On the next,
Larry Connors, USA.
The story behind the story. A DC-10 crashes leaving Chicago, sending ripples of fear around the world.
Larry Connors, USA. Now, weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Hi, Sandy. What's that?
I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot.
What's 4?
Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot.
Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas?
Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it.
That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot?
The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support.
Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians.
Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
JC's Wayback Machine.
Next week is the 39th anniversary of the Betzer Pond Scum stunt. We'll take you all the way back to its origin and how it's popped up everywhere from New York City television to Regis on Millionaire.
But why pond scum? You know, a guy called me that years ago. I never knew what he meant. Pond scum.
And the shocking death of Jim Morrison next week in 1971. All brought to you by the Weber Automotive Group.
It's JC's Wayback Machine. Every Saturday night, 6 to 9 on News Talk STL.
If you love your pet, which I know you do, then they deserve the excellent treatment and care they'll receive at Pacific Animal Hospital in Pacific, Missouri. A full-service veterinarian facility. Originally built and grown by my dad, Dr. Bill Jones, a new generation of wonderful veterinarians and staff at Pacific continue to provide outstanding medical, surgical, dental, boarding, and grooming services for your favorite furry friends. Our family entrusts the care of our pets only to the experienced docs and staff at Pacific Animal Hospital. You should too. Call them today, 636-257-2100, 24/7 at PacificVets.com, PacificVets.com.
Hey, Columbo here for Intervine, a great local company that has customers all across the country due to the quality of their products. Intervine has the best flashlights, lanterns, headlamps, and even batteries, including the new Monster 2000 Lumen waterproof lantern and the Sentinel 2000 self-defense flashlight. Our home and vehicles are full of great Intervine products, and right now you can shop their website and get 25% off your entire purchase just by using my name, Tony, as your promo code. That's promo code Tony at Intervine.com.
License number GL250000615.
You're cooking dinner. The lights go out. You flip the breaker and forget about it.
But what if it keeps tripping?
Trips once, your breaker's doing its job. Keeps tripping? That's a warning. Bad wiring or something worse.
Do people just keep flipping it?
Most do, until they can't anymore.
Call Grasser. We'll stop the trip.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
Whoosh.
I lost that love before.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
But you said, child, just once more. I chose you for the one.
This is Larry Connors. Whenever I'm invited to be a guest on the Vic Porcelli Show with Ken Williams, I know it's going to be a great time, even when I'm not invited. Listen, you'll have some laughs. You might actually learn something. Or not. Anyway, listen to Vic and Ken.
What are you, a white guy?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Larry Connors, 6 to 8 o'clock every night, and the great story behind the story, which we'll get to in a bit.
And noon today, by the way.
Yeah, all right. God.
I was going to say it.
Thank you.
Hey, I was on your side about that.
Hey!
What did we interrupt your train of thought?
Yes.
Derailed.
It's gone.
Help him out, Ken.
It's gone. It's gone.
Wait, you mean how?
Show him the way off the stage.
No, you know what I want? I want you both to shut up so I can think. Squirrel. Did you catch that? Catch what he just played? Do it again. Squirrel. That's how he treats me in this room. All right, I don't know. Oh, this song.
Yeah.
You made me so very happy. Had to be a number one. Had to be a number one.
Had to be.
Right?
Yep.
What a voice.
Great.
David Clayton Thomas passed away yesterday at the age of 85. All right, so Larry's sticking around for another break because he's very benevolent towards us.
Thank you.
And when I said that the Democratic Party was cracking and
Fractured.
Fractured, and Ken, I think you're right that they all feel this way. But what I think I meant, believe it or not, Van Jones says the same thing.
Well, first of all, New York City matters because the two most exciting left-wing candidates are here, AOC and Mamdani, but also this is the stronghold for the establishment, Schumer and Hakeem Jeffrey. This is a battle between the establishment and this insurgency, and the roof is collapsing on the Democratic Party establishment tonight.
What do you think, Larry?
Well, Senator Cory Booker was asked about the responses of like that, and he said, we're a big tent party. We want everybody. You want these kind of people in your party? You do not. Hakeem Jeffries is saying we want to have everybody included, but they're both recognizing this is destroying our party. They are worried they will be unseated by these pro-Hamas wing of the party.
I agree with them that they are a big umbrella party now. Anybody who hates America can join.
Yeah, there's plenty
You
of
can
room.
be Nazi, you can be Islam, you can be socialist, communist, you name it. Do you hate America? You're in.
You know, let me take one moment to point out, quite honestly, there's two main divisions of Muslim religion, Shia and Sunni. There's another one that's considered a pacifist, but I'll just stick with Shia and Sunni because they primarily Iraq and Iran. Their religion on the base is very close and replicating basically the first line, the Jewish religion and even the Christian religion. There is but one God. The distinction and difference comes, the Jews do not accept Christ as sons of God, and the Sunnis and Shia and Muslim community see as Muhammad as his prophet that he sent. But they start with there is but one God. To that I say amen.
Our God.
Yeah, our God. Our true God.
So one of the crazies that was that won the primary is this lady Chevalier.
Yeah, that's the one that doesn't believe in interracial marriage.
But she also has written Death to America.
Yes.
Yeah.
She wants to destroy Western civilization.
Yes.
How did that win?
Because there are no rules. In my opinion, there are no rules. People can run for office if you're not born here, and I don't agree with that.
No, and that's probably how a lot of them got elected. They had a lot of illegal votes, but they're not going to go back and retally those primary Democrat votes. But it's the hatred for Trump, which they translate hatred for America. And the bottom line is they are putting everything on the line to destroy simply because they hate the president. I did not like Biden. I didn't like Obama, but I did not hate them. I hate what they were doing, not the person. These folks cannot make that distinction.
Me neither. I hate them both. I hate people.
Yeah, well, I put you back in your corner.
So you said, they hate Trump, they hate America. It's an interesting concept on how this has transcended into the World Cup.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because the media has lied to these people from other countries on how terrible America is. And then they come here and go, this is the biggest hot dog I've ever seen, and they're having a great time. And the Norwegians do the rowing thing, and we learned a lesson, I think. If we opened our eyes, we can learn the lesson and see it, that even around the world, because what do people like Scooter say? Oh, well, we're hated around the world. We're not respected around the world. Well, guess what? Yes, we are.
We are hitting close to 4 million. We have exceeded the number coming to the U.S. to watch soccer this time around, and it will never be probably duplicated. And, of course, being our 250th anniversary, and God's fate has put Trump in as the White House for that point.
Yeah.
And those going to Mexico or Canada where they have to compete for their original matches, they're anxious to come to America.
Yeah.
Well, just that alone. Oh, America sucks. Then why is everybody so anxious to get here?
Hello. Vic, I was going to say exactly the same thing, you little thunder stealer.
Vic.
No, but it's true, though. If everybody hated America, why are they all wanting to come here? It's just a simple question that you can't answer logically.
That's the key. There is no logic with these guys.
No, there's not.
Larry, I like to keep my eye on these media outlets as closely as I can. And we talked about this yesterday with Nate Lucas. Because we were on the phone with Nate, and he goes, it's a beautiful day here today. It's 70 degrees. I said, what? I said, Al Roker said it was going to be hell in D.C. It's going to be 1,000 degrees.
That
he
morning.
had the red and the fire on the map.
Oh, really?
But
100 million people will be impacted.
Yeah.
Did he do that to say, oh, you better not go to Trump's fair? Is that why he said that?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, they have so many little things, and we've talked about this before, not so much what they do, but what they omit. It's all to just give a false impression of what the fact is.
They lie by omission.
There you go. They lie by omission all the time. And these people from other countries are coming here and having a great time, and they're going to Washington, D.C. I mean, it's brilliant that the World Cup and the fair are happening at the same time. So not only can they go to see their soccer team, but they can go to the mall and see the fair.
Yeah, or anywhere around the nation. They're going to be seeing fireworks, U.S. flags flying everywhere.
Now, listen, I don't particularly like her interviewing style. I'm talking about Laura Ingraham, okay? But obviously ideology, is the same.
Yeah.
Right.
So she went to the National Records. Is that what it's called?
Archives.
National. Thank you, Ken. And looked at all the documents. The Constitution was there. The original Constitution was there. The original Declaration of Independence. And she even said, and she's right, when she sees George Washington's signature at the end, she gets a little chill. You know?
Yeah.
Because she's that close to a piece of paper that George Washington wrote on. Now, here's my point. Kids who go to school now can't read it.
No.
Because they can't read
cursive.
I just wrote a really important letter to my daughter. She's up in Zion right now, and I did it last night. You know what? I could have.
You hand-wrote it?
I could have typed it.
Oh,
I did not. I used cursive, and because you know why? My daughter can read it.
Good.
And I think it was more personal that way.
When I had penmanship, when you had to take penmanship and everything, draw the little L's inside it and the O's, I hated it. So now I print, and I print so rapidly. My daughters have reached after 30 years how to understand my printing, and they're teaching my grandsons how to read Papa's print.
Well, look at Ken's.
No, that's perfect. I love the serene. I love all the way he's done this.
Yeah, he really has great. He was a cake decorator.
I have a sister who was a calligrapher. I mean, and the stuff she would produce.
That's so pretty. Yeah,
really.
That is how the Constitution looks.
Yeah, exactly.
With that kind of handwriting, I love it.
I made a mistake. Like, I got to start it all over again.
Well, I gotta say, in fourth grade. Now, because I remember this, my dad sitting at the kitchen table, I had to write a thing for school.
Right.
One mistake, start over.
Yeah.
One mistake, start over.
No eraser. No whiteout.
No, he did not want to. He said, "Forget the erasers, start over."
Yeah.
And I remember doing it 4 or 5 times, a couple of times. I hated him for it, but it paid off later.
Oh, sure it does. He did know what he was talking about.
And to Larry's point, I mean, think about it. In 1776, when they were writing this thing, what kind of pressure is that?
No kidding.
You get all the way down to, damn it.
Same thing about when
a piece of paper.
Think about them recreating the Bible over and over again before the printing press was invented. Handwritten, passed down, rewritten, passed down.
With artwork.
Yeah.
That's even more what I always said when, like in Shakespeare's time, when he wrote these plays, right? He had to write the script for every actor.
Right.
To rehearse, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't have a Xerox machine? I'll be darned.
And Shakespeare's plays are like 5 acts, you know? So he had to write it all. Okay, here's your copy. We'll see you for rehearsals in a month. And then, but it was a discipline too.
Yeah.
That we've lost. I mean, the whole reason we're talking about that is because kids don't write or read cursive anymore. And how are they going to write a check?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, writing a check. I remember when we were being taught in school how to write a check.
We did too.
Yes. I mean, it's a lost art.
All right, let's talk about you, Larry.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about what you think about me.
Oh, we love you.
Oh, thank you.
He's all right. He's not.
I know.
He's the commander.
What is coming up tonight on...
you mean noon?
Wait a minute. Oh, you're only doing noon.
I am doing noon.
Only doing noon.
No, it'll be repeated at 6 to 8 just in case you missed the noon. For those who will be listening as they normally do.
I'm ready to throw him out. I don't know about you.
I'm just
Here's
watching.
what's coming up.
Hold
That was your
on.
question.
No,
all right.
hold on.
All right, back up,
Hey,
back up.
Larry's going to be on at noon for Jamie Allman.
Really?
I also was going to say, I love your salute at the beginning of every show.
Thank you, sir.
So you're going to do that here?
Reporting to duty, absolutely, all the time.
I'll be watching.
As I did when you opened our program this morning.
Yeah, he did.
What's going on today?
Well, I mentioned Hans von Spakovsky will be joining me talking about the constitutional rulings. And also Dr. Carol Lieberman, Dr. Gilda Carl will be joining me. And we're talking about there is a plan to test puberty blockers on 11-year-olds. Why? And secondly, what could possibly go wrong? She will discuss that. And, of course, our story behind the story. 1979, DC-10 departing O'Hare Airport, goes vertical, left wing down to the ground, right wing high in the sky, and goes down. 270-plus killed on the plane and 3 on the ground.
So you're a pilot. In a nutshell,
well, I have a pilot's license.
In a nutshell, can you say what happened without giving too much away?
Yeah. Basically, they lost control. But the reason they lost control, that will be part of the story behind the story. And there's still another thing that happened as if this were not horrific enough, which it is, there was one thing that a lot of people were not aware of that made it even more terrifying, possibly, for those on board, as if you don't see your plane suddenly go 90 degrees in the air. But that'll all be part of the story behind the story tonight.
You know, you think about
or at noon.
God forbid. God forbid that ever happens to any of us, be on a plane that's going to crash. Is your temperament complete panic, or is it soft and serene? I mean, what do? You can't, it's out of your control.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mr. Connors and I were talking about that, how if you were on that plane and it went sideways, I mean, that's just something that's so horrible. That
It never got more than 350 feet high, which is half the height of the arch, or actually a little less.
Oh, my God.
Than half the height.
I'm surprised it didn't take out more people on the ground.
Well, just the way it went, in the direction it went, it just passed over a trailer park house complex, so right just short of it. But it did kill 3 on the ground in a maintenance building.
Do you ever see some of these planes in these airports where it's got to go right over the highway to land?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, my God, this plane's like right above me.
Have you ever been on 170 when they do that?
No.
Yeah, on 170.
How close do they get to
Oh,
you?
Small
it looks
plane
pretty,
coming down?
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks pretty close. I mean, even the big jets, they
Back in,
go over 170.
New Hope, Georgia, I'm pressing my mind, I want to say the 80s, a jetliner had to set down on a state highway, and it hit a car, killing all 5 occupants in it because it also wiped out a gas station pump where they were, taking the entire family. But there were many who walked away from that crash. Not everybody, but some did.
I remember as a kid, my dad worked at McDonnell Douglas, and he would take us out to this hill near the
Right.
airport,
The
and
end.
you could sit there and watch the planes come in because at that location, they
Right.
were coming in really close.
Yeah.
I remember trying to follow one as a kid, and I just stumbled. I fell over because it took my breath away.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so close, you know.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's just crazy. All right, Commander Connors, we appreciate you, of course, as always.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. I wish I could salute you back. But I
You
have
can
not
always
earned-
salute me back.
No. That would be stolen valor in my
No, I
in
wouldn't
my
see
mind.
it as stolen valor.
I do.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you.
It's my hand. It's my head.
Oh, my Lord. That opened a conversation.
All right, we got to go.
Commander Connor's Neighborhood.
All right, tonight's the night of our big 5 years, Larry.
I'll be out there.
Oh, my God. You'll be out there?
I will.
And we'll be out there with you.
Good.
Are you going to bring some cigars or anything?
I'm planning to. If there's a place where I can smoke them, I will.
It'll be outside.
And I'll
Why
probably have
couldn't
some
you?
adult. Well, I'll be out there in the rain if it's still smoking.
Right,
There's
right.
a pavilion. And some adult beverages, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Frankie Martin's Garden is where it is in Cottleville in St. Charles County. Love Cottleville. Cottleville
I
throws you
know.
back 100 years in time.
Oh.
And the Retro Nerds will be playing. We'll be out there under the pavilion 7 to 10 o'clock tonight at Frankie Martin's Garden for our 5th anniversary. Go to FrankieMartinsGarden.com. All right, we'll see you after the news on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering for Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
This year, America turns 250, and News Talk STL is celebrating our nation's semi-quincentennial all year long. News Talk STL, #1 for live and local Soros-free talk, with proud supporters of our 250th birthday celebration. D. Gregorio's Italian Market, AAA Motor Speedway, and American Family Insurance. 250 years strong, and we're just getting started. 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common-sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on NewstalkSTL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton is pleading guilty to illegally retaining classified information. Bolton pleading guilty to a single count out of 18. The frequent critic of President Trump has a plea deal with federal prosecutors, one that could help him to avoid prison time. The world is rushing aid to Venezuela. Crews continue their desperate search for earthquake survivors amid mountains of debris. Secretary of State Rubio says the U.S. is involved in the relief and recovery.
We're already deploying search and rescue teams from Fairfax County, Virginia, and Los Angeles. There'll be some others we'll add. That's their most immediate need right now is search and rescue efforts. They have a bunch of collapsed buildings, and so they'll need a lot of help in terms of digging through that. The airport there is badly damaged, so we'll have to rely on the Department of War to deploy assets there.
The Pentagon dispatching naval vessels and aircraft. The death toll at least 589, with several thousand people injured, thousands more still unaccounted for. The strait is open, the words of President Trump referring to the Strait of Hormuz, where Iran sent a drone after a cargo ship. At the same time, the chief UN nuclear inspector, Rafael Grossi, says his people have been trying to arrange an inspection regimen with Tehran.
We have barely initiated conversations with Iran so as to determine what are the modalities. And by modalities, we refer to frequency, places to be visited, and so on.
Little progress so far, according to Grossi. A Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship could be just around the corner. The High Court will be issuing more rulings on Monday. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is down about 4 points, the Nasdaq off 39, and the S&P 1 point in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Here's something nobody tells you about owning a home. While you were at work, your house was working too. Property values went up, you paid down principal, your house quietly earned you tens of thousands of dollars, maybe a lot more, and never asked for a thing in return. The average American homeowner has built 6 figures in equity over the last few years. 6 figures! And most have never collected a penny of it. Fellowship Home Loans helps you collect. For over 20 years, Mike and Brian have shown families how to put that equity to work. A HELOC, a cash-out refi. Money for the renovation, the debt consolidation you need, or that project you've been putting off. Everything is done in-house. One roof, one team, all with a servant-led mentality. People who treat you like family. Your home already paid you. Go cash the check. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G or call 800-510-MIKE. 800-510-6453. 800-510-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans. Mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
This hour of News Talk STL, brought to you by Window World of St. Louis. For replacement windows, doors, and siding, call 800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 800-GET-WINDOWS. From the News Talk STL Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Chance Scotch with your first alert forecast. We still are in a first alert weather day lasting through the evening hours as we're seeing the potential for some flooding and the potential for some strong to severe storms lasting from noon through 8 p.m. Strong damaging winds going to be the primary threat and a lesser threat for a tornado or two. Temperatures today back towards the 80-degree mark this afternoon. Then into Saturday, a few isolated chances of some showers and storms. By Sunday lasting through Thursday, we've issued a first alert weather day as we're seeing the heat index topping out anywhere from 105 to 110 degrees. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chance Scotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, you know, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right. Kathy KAISER coming in our next break. She always hangs up for Miller time as well. What are you watching is her segment, and then Miller Time. Vic for Vets at 11:05 chat box. Wheel of audio clips. And every single segment today will be bumped in and out with blood, sweat, and tears because their singer, David Clayton Thomas, passed away yesterday at the age of 85. He had a great voice. Did he have a great voice?
Oh, amazing. Great. Just such a big... You don't even realize until you start hearing the music again how much of a part of your childhood it's been.
It's so many songs, Ken. Sitting in my dad's station wagon. And one, for some reason, is Oh Happy Day by the Edwin Hawkins Singers. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Did you ever see a LeSabre Buick?
I don't know.
A 1969 LeSabre Buick with the big fins in the back. Okay, it's huge, Vic.
It's
a gigantic car. Any car aficionado would tell you.
I am not a car
beautiful,
aficionado.
and the 69 was just a beautiful car.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that you got this music playing, the windows are down, and I just remember us in the back seat just singing along to
your dad
Blood,
liked
Sweat, and Tears. Oh, he
Blood, Sweat,
loved
and Tears.
them.
My father had no idea who Blood, Sweat, and Tears was. He used to yell at me for singing, I can't get no. I can't get no. It's I can't get any.
That's right.
I'm like, Dad, that's not the words of the song, because he was an educator. He was a teacher. What the hell is he going to say?
So funny.
All right, I want to read the story, and I just want to read the story because I don't want to make any comments about it. Is that okay?
Yes.
The headline is Dominion, the vote counting machine company, dropped its $1.3 billion lawsuit against Mike Lindell and MyPillow.
That's all I said.
But it was perfectly placed and timed after a 5-year legal battle. So I just want to read it.
Yes.
The company formerly known as Dominion Voting Systems has dropped its massive $1.3 billion defamation lawsuit against MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell and his company. Court filings show the parties reached a confidential settlement, bringing the 5-year case to a close. The lawsuit has been dismissed with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled, while both sides agree to pay their own legal fees and costs. There's another perfectly timed. The voting machine company, now operating under the name Liberty Vote, after being acquired by former Republican election official Scott Leondecker in 2025, and they offered no public explanation beyond confirming that these parties had reached a confidential settlement. So they dropped the lawsuit against Mike Lindell and MyPillow, and they changed their name to Liberty Vote. So I don't know if I want to say anything else.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to get in trouble.
No, I know, but here's the thing, right? They were embroiled, right or wrong, they were embroiled in a lot of different controversy regarding voter fraud and all that.
They also sued Fox News and won.
Okay.
So I don't want to.
Well, certainly.
I don't want to be the cause.
All we're doing is reporting what
That's it.
What we saw. I mean, the things that we saw were questionable.
Yeah.
All right, let's just say that.
Yeah. Now, Mike Lindell, of course, his MyPillow company and commercials were just great. And then he started to expand beyond pillows, right? He made the Giza Dream Sheets, which are so comfortable, he says, the sheets. I never bought any Giza Dream Sheets. I did have them. I still do have them, MyPillow. But what a lot of people don't know is the marketing campaign in the Middle East that he had.
It's so weird, yeah.
It's so weird. For the Gaza Dream Sheets.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm excited to bring you the best price ever on my exclusive Gaza Dream Bed Sheets. If you're on the front line fighting Hamas, you need the best sleep possible on my exclusive Gaza Dream Bed Sheets, made from the finest cotton in the world, grown only in a region between the Golan Heights, the Dead Sea, and the West Bank. My Gaza Dream Bed Sheets will get you the great night's sleep you need to kill Hamas terrorists. Order now and get a pair of my pillow slippers to sneak up on those Hamas terrorists. Use the number on your screen and use the promo code SHALOM. Please order now.
Slippers your favorite part,
It
right?
gets me every time.
Oh, boy. Because, you want to sneak up on those Hamas terrorists, so you need the My Pillows.
I picture the cartoon sound.
Yeah.
Sneaking up on them.
It's too funny. So, at least Mike Lindell doesn't have to fight Dominion anymore, because we found out later that he was a huge Trump fan. He was showing up at all the Trump rallies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's why he got attacked.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I mean, they were trying to do major boycotting of him. His dream bed sheets and all that other good stuff, the pillows, they just, they transcended the boycotts.
I think the boycott was a different kind of boycott, because you had people in the media, you had politicians, you had networks that wouldn't take his advertising dollars.
Oh yeah,
you know? When you refuse somebody's advertising dollars, there's something wrong with you, because that you're supposed to make money.
Right.
That's how radio stations, TV stations make money. When you hear commercials, you know how much Mike Lindell paid us for that My Gaza Dream sheets?
Nothing.
No, not a dime. But do you see what I'm saying, though, Ken? No, we don't want your advertising. Nope. Can't be on our air because you're terrible. You know why you're terrible? Because you like Donald Trump.
And that's the only reason.
What a crazy, sick way to be, Ken.
Half this country has gone off the rails. We know that. And we see it every day. I mean, for example, perfect example, what happened this week in New York. The Democrat Party is a socialist party now, Vic. They can. I told someone online, I said, prove me wrong. And all they did was call me names. I said, nope, that's not proof. Prove me wrong. When my statement says the Democrat, socialist, communist, what I put, Islamist, Nazi party. Yeah. It is a big umbrella. Everybody's invited as long as you hate Trump and you hate America.
It's a big tent. They always say
big, huge tent.
Big tent. Circus inside.
And I said, prove me wrong here. And you got a lot of hits, but I'll tell you what, nobody can prove me wrong. Mm-hmm. A lot of people call me names.
Oh, well.
The left wingers, but I love that actually. That's fun.
All right, I want to spend a little time on Caitlin Clark, because they played the Phoenix Mercury. That there was actually it was like it wasn't even a home and home. It was home and home. Like when they have home and home series, play two teams play in one city, and then the next night they play in the other city. Hockey does that a lot.
Oh, okay.
So they played 2 games at home at Cambridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis against the dirty, cheating thugs called them.
They are
the Phoenix Mercury. So, first game, the Fever won. That was the game where Sophie Cunningham pointed at DeWanna Bonner.
And just kept the point going.
And it got under her skin so bad. It got under DeWanna Bonner's skin so bad.
If you're not familiar with what Vic's talking about, it's just Sophie Cunningham just took her finger and just pointed. Because what the other person, Bonner, is it Bonner?
Yep.
She kept pointing at her the same way with her hand raised, but the finger pointing down at her.
Right.
And so Sophie Cunningham said, okay, I'll do it. And then she started doing it. All she was doing was pointing. She wasn't saying a word, no names,
Didn't
nothing.
touch anyone.
Didn't touch anybody. But you told me, Vic, she got a technical because of that?
She did get a technical foul, yeah.
Why?
For not saying a word. I don't know. Inciting a riot. I don't know. Caitlin Clark in the same game got a technical for clapping.
I don't get it.
Clapping the miss of a free throw by one of the Mercury players.
But if one of the other teams, one of the women on the other teams did the same thing, they wouldn't have done that. They
It seems that way, Ken. It seems
does.
Like the officiating is not on the level.
That's why I can't watch it, man.
So then the next game, same 2 teams. This time, so DeWanna Bonner's fiance is Alyssa Thomas from the Phoenix. So they're girlfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Boyfriend and girlfriend, girlfriend and girlfriend. And Caitlin goes down. First of all, she got hit throwing up a 3-pointer, and she got hit and she fell on her back. That's the injury that she got, was the back injury. Then she went to the basket, ball squirted out, went the other way, and Alyssa Thomas puts her knee on Caitlin's close to her back. It was close to her back. It was more like on her thigh, but it was close to her back. And then to get up, she you know, you got to push down to get up sometimes
off the ground. Yeah.
Well, she did it off Caitlin's throat
with her fist.
With her fist.
Yeah, I saw that picture. It made me sick.
So, no call, by the way. No call at all. No call when Caitlin Clark was smashed by an anvil. Did you see it yet? Did you see the picture yet?
No,
You
no.
gotta see it. It's hysterical.
The memes are great on some of these.
No foul of any kind on it. Then the league went back and watched the film again, and then they said it was a flagrant 2 foul. That is automatic suspension and a technical foul for the other team. So that they didn't make that decision until the game was over, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think the Mercury then should have forfeited that game to the Fever?
That's my point right there, because Vic, they Fever lost that game by like 2 points. Okay, well that 2 points, I guarantee you, would have come from Caitlin Clark had she not gotten hurt.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So I really the WNBA really has a problem, and you know who Bill Burr is, right? Is that his name, Bill Burr, the stand-up comedian?
I don't know.
Red hair. Well, when he had hair, he did some jokes in his stand-up about the WNBA, that the arenas are always empty, and he was right at the time. Like the Fever used to play in a small 4,000 seat arena. I think that's even smaller than Chaffetz, I think. And then all of a sudden, here comes Caitlin Clark, and they're moving the games up to the NBA arenas where the Indiana Pacers play. Why do you think that was?
Yeah, because of her.
So if you're black and you're gay, and here comes this straight white woman who is an absolute superstar.
A phenom.
A phenom, Ken, you're right. Getting more money now. They're making more money in salary. They're getting more endorsements. They're flying on private planes when they used to fly coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they're all enjoying the benefit. I saw online I read this piece that someone did. I think they were with ESPN, but it was so amazing because he was chastising the WNBA, the coaches, the players, and anybody involved. Refs, everyone. Yes, especially the refs, actually. But it was done so eloquently because it lifted her to where she needed to be. He was equating her with just being such a phenom. She was contributing to the WNBA, making it successful. That's when I replied, go to Europe. Caitlin, go to Europe, play there, become a millionaire, and then this trash called the WNBA can be pushed back into oblivion. They shouldn't even be where they are because it's because of her.
Ken, I agree with everything you're saying, but I don't want her to leave.
Well, of course you don't, Vic. You're a fan. I get it. I completely get it.
I can't believe this has happened to me. I have become so emotionally attached to this team, the Indiana Fever, and the Trace Leches, you know?
Yeah.
Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexi Hull, and you know, Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston, the center on the team, has the #1 amount of votes for the All-Star game coming up. And Caitlin Clark is #2.
Can we talk about for a second with Caitlin Clark that she's not involved in some photo?
Yeah, I'm going to get there.
Oh, okay.
But I have become emotionally attached to this team. I don't even want her to be traded to another team because then she won't be able to play with Sophie and Lexi, you know?
Right.
Now, Sophie Cunningham, a big reason why I love her so much is she went to your college, Ken.
Yeah.
She's a Mizzou grad.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how do you not love a Mizzou grad sticking up for her teammate when she's a skinny little bean?
Skinny little bean, but I'll tell you what, when you're trained the way she is with the martial arts and all that, you have a lot of confidence because you know that no one on that court is going to be able to keep up with you.
And nobody will mess with her.
No. I love it. I love the confidence.
So, I don't know. I agree. You know, she could have a wonderful time in Europe, playing in Europe or somewhere else and make a lot of money. And she's still going to make a lot of money. It doesn't matter because she's got State Farm and all these other sponsors and things she's endorsing. But I just would hate to see that happen and hate to see the team get broken up.
But at what point? At what point as a player, your passion for basketball, it relies on your ability to play freely and to play competitively and be able to move at a pace that you're used to. They're not letting her do any of that. At what point do you decide, look, I'm losing the love for this game?
Can I get you?
I've got to go. And I think, honestly, my opinion, but I think she's not going to Europe right now because of all those endorsements.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to endorse her the same if she went to Europe, but they'd pay her over there, I'm sure, very well.
Now, I think what's happening here, that she is staying in Indiana, is a testament to her toughness. You know, she doesn't want to run away from it.
Yeah.
She'll take it head on, but everything's got to be officiated accurately, at least. They should have forfeited that game.
Yes. But that's where I can't watch it. That's what I say. I'm yelling. I did it, Vic. I'm yelling at the damn TV, and I'm saying to myself, "What are you doing?" I'm telling myself, "What are you doing?" There's nothing that can be done here. These referees are out of control. Her coach, up until I just saw her statement. It was pretty. It leaned heavily on her side, on Caitlin's side. But then you were saying up until that point, she was against her.
Yeah.
She was always yelling at her.
She wore number 22 for the Fever when she played for the Fever, Stephanie White.
Okay.
So there's a lot of jealousy things
you
going
know?
on. Now, the poster.
Yes.
This is the 30th anniversary of the WNBA.
I can't believe this.
And they made a poster commemorating 30 years, and Caitlin Clark is not on the poster.
Caitlin Clark is breaking records. She's bringing by far, without even question, the most people to the court to watch.
No doubt.
And they don't want her on that poster.
Paige Beckers is on it.
Who else is on it?
Angel Reese is on it.
And Angel Reese, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, I'm not familiar with the WNBA, but Angel Reese is the worst player of any kind that I've ever seen. I mean, my daughters played basketball in high school, and I saw some pretty, amateur players on that team. Angel Reese is right there.
I think a giraffe could play better than Angel Reese.
Vic, I watched her do 4 throws, whatever she was doing. Well, yeah, you shoot the basketball. She was throwing it, and it wasn't even coming close to being a basket.
Well, she has all kinds of records for rebounds, but they're rebounds of her own misses.
Yes.
Like she hits, she misses it. That's one rebound. Throws up. That's another. My wife goes, she gets credit for all of those?
Yes,
I said, unfortunately, she does. All right, that's it. Play me some Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Let's get out of here because Kathy KAISER, oh, God. Hammond B3, thank you.
Yeah.
Horn section with Kenny Williams on the saxophone. Come on.
Come on.
Gonna get myself a piece of the sky. David Clayton Thomas died yesterday at the age of 85. Listen, Ken. He's giving me chills.
Yeah. If he was alive today and all the guys in Sonia Dada were alive today, could you imagine what kind of a song they would do?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. Kathy's next.
Yeah.
Now I offered all I got, and that ain't no way to live. Being taken by the ones who got the least amount to give.
The Vic Porcelli Show. Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Okay. You got to stop, Ken. I
I
can't
know.
concentrate.
I have to.
So, Kathy Connor. We met Kathy and Rob back at the Powerhouse.
Yep.
That's how long this relationship has been. Ken and I don't want to get on here and say, hey, go to this place. They're great. And then if they're not great, who do they blame? They blame you and me.
Exactly right.
So we talk about Connor Roofing, and their customer satisfaction is unbelievable. You can go to Google reviews and look them up. Even some people that listen to the show have got. I think Barry Biggs actually got.
What are you talking about? I got my roofing, siding, gutters, everything from them.
Right. You got to show off, really?
They're awesome.
They are. They're awesome. But what I want to say is they're also great to work for.
Yes.
So if you're in that business, if you want to be in that business, go to ConnorRoofing.com and check it out. And on Monday, maybe they'll talk about you, because every Monday is Meet the Team Monday.
Right.
And I always say, hi, Bryce. Hi, you.
Rob.
Hi, Kathy. And then they have a baseball team, too, the softball team. How great is that?
I didn't know that.
So I just did play ball.
Okay.
ConnorRoofing.com, ConnerER roofing.com.
Hi, it's Ken Williams, and my favorite Capriati sandwich is the Cap Pastrami. You've got hot pastrami, melty Swiss cheese, crunchy coleslaw, and zesty Russian dressing. What else do you need? I love Capriati's, and you will too. On Manchester at McKnight and Rock Hill, and now in Creve Coeur on Olive, just 1 mile west of 270.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder. But our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
Looking to celebrate the 4th of July with a bang? Then look no further than Powder Monkey Fireworks. We've got bottle rockets, fountains, cakes, mortars. Our selection is endless, with low prices and no gimmicks. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will help you choose the perfect fireworks to make your holiday unforgettable. You'll go bananas at Powder Monkey, Highway 94 in St. Charles, on Westwood in Weldon Spring, and on Brendel in Rocky Mount. Don't want to fight the crowds? Order online at powdermonkeyfireworks.com.
Tired of being the main course at your own backyard barbecue? Meet the Mosquito SWAT team. Every member is a licensed technician who custom mixes your treatment on site. We've got over 15 options, and we never lock you into a contract. Take back your backyard, themosquitoswatteam.com.
News Talk STL. No big old corporate lib AM station telling us what to say here. Conservative talk for St. Louis. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at newstalkstl.com.
Whoosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Live and be well.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
And When I Die. So I did a little research on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Shocked to find out never had a #1 hit.
I almost can't believe it.
How great is this, Ken?
I love this. I remember this song from when I was a kid, man.
Just want to go peacefully. That's all I want. Go peacefully. In my favorite chair with Sally at my feet. Child born in this world.
Love it.
On,
Yeah.
carry on. Yeah.
What an influence on music in the 70s.
Man, he was great. And this is cool. It's a little goofy part here on the Hammond B3. David Clayton Thomas passed away yesterday at the age of 85 and just broke my heart. I was saying that. Well, let's what are you watching?
What are you watching?
I feel like I'm not allowed to talk to her.
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
Kathy KAISER from Fox 2.
Hi, Kathy.
Good morning, gentlemen.
I forgot what I was going to say now. See, that's the only problem. If I don't say it right then.
Squirrel.
That's all right.
I hate
You were talking about
David
the
Clayton
music,
Thomas.
yeah.
Oh.
Exact. Passed away, 85.
These songs remind me of being in my father's car, Dodge Dart.
Oh,
I love it.
The
That's
transmission
awesome.
was like this on the dashboard.
On the tree.
Yeah.
That's what they call on the tree.
Mhm.
Crazy. And hearing these songs brings me right back to that. Music
awesome.
does that, Kathy.
Well, I was just giggling to myself as I was bouncing in my seat, and Ken's over there bopping back and forth. And yeah, you just have to move with that kind of music.
You do.
David Clayton Thomas, just an amazing, soulful rock and roll. Boy, he would have fit right in with Sonia Dada. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Okay, really quick. 3.5 out of 5 popcorns, Supergirl in theaters starting today. 3 out of 5 popcorns, Lucky Strike in theaters as well today. And new on Netflix, 2 out of 5 popcorns, Little Brother.
So let's start with that.
Little Brother? Okay. John Cena, Eric Andre. He's his little brother in high school. You know, that whole Little Brother, Big Brother program. Right? And then he comes back into his life. And can I just say that as much as I love Michelle Monaghan, who plays John Cena's wife in the movie, some of the sexual content of this film actually made me nauseous. And I'm not a prude by any means, right? But we're pushing the envelope, right, throughout this whole entire movie. And it's a total dude flick, so you guys might really enjoy it.
No, I don't want sex scenes that are going to make me nauseous.
Well, there you go. I'm like, anyway.
No, it's all about preference.
Right? I'm like, right? Do I love John Cena? Yeah, he's pretty cool, right? Eric Andre's funny. There's some moments that you might laugh, but even my husband looked at me and said, "What the are you watching?" Like, and he was only watching it for like 5 minutes. He's like, "What in the world is this?"
That gives,
so,
what are you watching? A whole new concept.
Yeah.
What are you watching? I'm watching this show. What are you watching?
Exactly.
The hell is this?
Well, exactly.
I told you up to the one point on Pluribus, that show, as I was fine with it. But when you see actual acts of sex with two men, I don't want to see it.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with
we
homophobia.
all have our own preferences,
it's nothing,
right?
It's nothing to do with it. I don't want to see it. So when you do that to me, I'm out. I'm gone. I didn't even finish it after that.
Now, on the other hand, if two girls are kissing, I'll rewind. And
Okay.
watch that again.
You know what? But that's a great point. Because I don't care.
That proves it's not about the homosexuality.
Exactly.
It's just what we like.
Right. It's what you like and what you don't like.
All
I'm
right.
just saying that,
So forget it. Don't watch it. It's
it
crazy.
wasn't for me. But
All right,
like I said, a lot of guys listening might really enjoy it this weekend on Netflix. Just
Lucky
saying.
Strike.
Lucky Strike, World War II movie. Scott Eastwood, yes, Clint Eastwood's
Who
son.
looks exactly like his dad, doesn't
And
he?
Do you know what I thought it was? I thought it was AI. I thought, wait a minute. Oh, okay, they're trying to put little elements of Clint Eastwood in here.
Yeah.
No.
And it was his son.
Yeah, yes. And he's picking up his father's mannerisms as he
Big
gets
time.
older more and more, right? And we all love Clint Eastwood
Who
for a
doesn't?
multitude of reasons, right? And his son's trying to follow in his footsteps.
He should.
It's a World War II movie. It's based on true events, right? And do you guys remember Lucky Strike as we're listening to this 70s
I used to
music?
smoke Lucky Strike.
Okay, that is in part of the movie.
Ah, I like
there's
that.
a reference to the cigarettes and
My grandpa smoked those, filterless.
Right. But he is stuck behind enemy lines. He loses all of his regiment, and he's got to figure out how he's going to get back here.
Can I just talk very quick story?
Absolutely.
Why do you smile?
I love your stories. Go for it.
When I was in college, I had a sociology class, and I was the oldest person in class because I went back to school after wasting a lot of years. And the teacher said, does anybody know what Dagwood's dog name is? And my hand shot up. I was the only one with my hand in the air. So he says, I said, Daisy. He goes, yep, that's right. Can anybody tell me who the brown bomber is? So I raised my hand. I'm the only one. Joe Louis, right? He said, yeah. The reason why he did that, in World War II, exactly what happens in this movie, when our GIs were behind enemy lines, they would ask people those two questions, and if they couldn't answer those two questions, they were not American.
Wow. That's super cool.
That's how the comics were huge. Nobody even knows comics anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah, it is sad. All right, so that's it. All right, so
but anyway, so
Colin
it got
Hanks
3 out
do a
of
good
5.
job in
It's
this?
just a little slow, but Scott Eastwood is fantastic.
Yeah,
Colin-
I thought the preview was really good.
Is Colin Hanks good in it?
Yes.
First
and
ti-
that's Tom's son.
Yeah.
They're
First
putting
time
all the sons together.
And I'm sorry, Vic, but I actually like his acting. The son of Tom Hanks.
Colin?
Yeah.
He was
he's very good.
in a season of Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Mhm.
No. Breaking Bad? No. Dexter. He was
Dexter.
he was in a season of Dexter.
What did he do in Dexter?
Remember he's in that crazy church with Olmos? What's the guy's name?
That's where I know him from. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where you
What's
know.
Olmos's full name?
James Olmos.
Yeah.
James Olmos. Thank you.
He was really the crazy one, but he adopted Colin Hanks to be part of it. Anyway.
He's so good in that.
But Dexter got him.
He did.
Matter of fact, when Dexter got him, that was when Deb realized what Dexter's doing.
Yeah.
Because Deb walked right in as soon as he put the knife
The
in.
church. It was a church.
Yeah,
it was a church, yeah.
And then Deb had to protect him because, okay, but he's my brother.
Right.
Right.
I saw her in a movie. Oh, my God, she's in the movie I'm going to talk about. Okay. Supergirl. Don't
Yes.
make too much time because she sucks, this girl. She's
Oh.
total lib. But go
Lily
ahead.
Alcott. But Jason Momoa is in it, and I love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's Lobo,
Yeah.
the bounty hunter.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's why it got that little extra half, okay? Instead of a 3, it got 3.5. But they don't use him to his full potential either. Like, he's
Why,
in
'cause
and
he
out
wears
of the
a
movie.
shirt the whole time?
No, his chest is out. Seriously, no, he doesn't wear it.
I hate the objectification of men. Don't
I know,
you, Ken?
it's terrible. It's awful.
Really, I'm objectifying Jason Momoa, and you guys said you like 2 girls kissing. Okay, whatever.
I didn't say anything bad about
it.
We're just messing with you, right?
She got us. But she got us.
She did.
I know. I know.
We have to give it the woke warning, though, or the anti-Trump warning, right?
Oh, this girl that plays Supergirl?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Lily Alcott,
She's opened her big
yes.
mouth, and so now Disney's going to lose money on her.
And she really is good as Supergirl. She really is good. They're going for a younger generation of superhero, right, movies, because she's actually trying to help a younger girl than her, right?
But
because
haven't
her
they
whole
learned?
family's been killed, right? So
Haven't they learned? Hasn't Disney learned that one girl is playing Snow White?
Oh,
well,
yes.
no, I don't. I'm
Free
not,
Palestine.
Free
I hate the
Palestine.
Jews.
I hate Trump, and you know what? We're going to make this movie my movie. Well, guess what? It didn't do anything. In fact, it lost a lot of money.
well, and here's I can't believe, and I used to work for Disney. I used to work for Radio Disney for 15 years.
Wow.
Anyway, I can't believe that Disney touched Snow White. The fact that
Yeah.
they literally touched what started it all,
Right.
they shouldn't have been able to do that.
No.
And then they didn't do it right.
That was the
So-
first full-length animated feature, wasn't it?
Yes.
Snow White.
Yes.
Something
yes.
kind of what
So
President
bad.
Trump has said. Everything woke. Well, here.
Everything woke turns to
There you go.
okay?
Well, but everything they've touched so far, Star Wars. I mean, you go down the list.
Muppets.
They've damaged.
Right.
They've damaged in some way. I don't know.
Like I said, it's in theaters today.
3.5 stars.
She does a good job. It's 3.5
All right.
stars.
I don't know what to do here, Ken. I'm not even close to done with this segment.
You want us to go take a break and then come back and continue a little bit?
I do want to do that. Do you have time for that?
Absolutely.
Of course. You always hang out for the second break.
I know. I love being with
I
you
have way
guys.
too much to talk. Oh.
Here
And
we
don't
go.
ask me. Don't ask me if I can play this because I cannot.
Can you?
No.
bet
Did
you
I say
could.
don't ask me?
I bet you could.
It's like listening to Abbott Costello on the radio.
Whoosh.
More with Kathy KAISER coming up next.
I'm not scared of dying, and I don't really care.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
U.S. Senate Republicans have rejected the Iran War Powers Resolution after clashing with Trump. We'll ask Congressman Dr. Bob Onder what the heck's going on at 420.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Susie Moore with a reminder that for 20 years, Harpo's Chesterfield has been the heart of West County's fun. With their award-winning patio, voted best in West County, and excellent sports bar atmosphere, Harpo's is your one-stop destination. The mouth-watering menu has made them famous throughout St. Louis. Plus, they've got great drink specials and the friendliest, most energetic staff around. Whether you're dining in or carrying out, Harpo's delivers fun, food, and drinks like no one else. Harpo's Chesterfield. Call 636-537-1970 or visit harposstl.com.
Hi, Sandy. What's that? I'm reading up on this Amendment 4 on the August ballot. What's 4? Amendment 4 absurdly creates a new un-American minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that we citizens put on the ballot. Don't they say it'll protect conservative ideas? Truth gets in the way of their story. Amendment 4 would mean as few as 5% of the most liberal statewide voters in one congressional district could veto any good conservative idea or reform, even when a big majority supports it. That does sound un-American. How did that get on the ballot? The politicians put it there, and it would empower a small minority of liberals. They could stop funding for police, stop tax cuts, or any other common sense conservative policy we support. Only 5%? One district? That would make it nearly impossible to pass needed reforms or rein in politicians. Yep, Amendment 4 is a misguided power grab by politicians. I'm voting no on Amendment 4. Right. I'm not giving up my constitutional rights. It's a hard no on 4.
Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
If you love your pet, which I know you do, then they deserve the excellent treatment and care they'll receive at Pacific Animal Hospital in Pacific, Missouri, a full-service veterinarian facility. Originally built and grown by my dad, Dr. Bill Jones, a new generation of wonderful veterinarians and staff at Pacific continue to provide outstanding medical, surgical, dental, boarding, and grooming services for your favorite furry friends. Our family entrusts the care of our pets only to the experienced docs and staff at Pacific Animal Hospital. You should too. Call them today, 636-257-2100, 24/7 at PacificVets.com, PacificVets.com.
Fox News Commentary with Guy Benson, next.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Guy Benson.
What is disturbing to me is the extent to which patriotism, loving the country, seems to now be a polarizing proposition, where there is a growing contingent of Americans who do not love this country, and many actively dislike or even revile this country. And that idea, I think that poisoned, toxic mindset is rewarded and cheered and increasingly indoctrinated, imposed upon the young. That's not an accident. I think this is something that has been done very deliberately. And if you look at the polling suggests that people on the political left and young Americans disproportionately hold these anti-American, or at least not America-loving views. And I think it's a tragedy.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
God Bless the Child, an old Billie Holiday song. David Clayton Thomas passed away yesterday at the age of 85. This is God Bless the Child. Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're doing good. Whoosh, my brother.
Whoosh, my brother.
Whoosh.
I was telling Ken that this is more evidence that you, Ken, and I are all joined at the hip. This David Clayton Thomas, I loved his voice. I loved the music. And Jay Giles, by the way, should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Matt, yes, they should. Damn it.
Matt knows what buttons to push.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to the party tonight, Matt?
Huh?
Are you coming to the party tonight?
No, I ain't gonna be able to. I gotta babysit.
The hell with babysitting. This is our party.
Bring the kid.
Bring the kid.
I know. I ought to. Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much for the
so,
call. Thanks for sticking up for the Jay Giles Band and David Clayton Thomas, and it's all just great stuff, man.
Hey, thanks for all you guys do. You know, all week long I've been joined at the hip, and you know, you guys are a refreshing breath of fresh air. So
appreciate it, Matt. Right on.
Whoosh,
my brother. You have a great weekend.
Whoosh, you too.
Hey, it's for you, Matt. It's for you, buddy.
God, Whoosh. People who listen to the show are as silly as you and I, which is great.
I love it, you Vic Heads.
All right.
That's who we are.
We held Kathy over. We always hold her over, but we held her over for her segment. We usually just do, Miller time, and she sits in here and listens and comments, which is great. But where were we on the? Oh, so you finished the movie about the pool, being in the pool, right? The show about being in the pool.
No. I hadn't brought that up yet, but I just wanted to tell Kathy and everybody who's been yelling at me to finish. Shrinking is done. I've watched the whole thing now.
Fantastic. That means we can actually share a little bit. Yay!
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we just need Vic to pick it up, so we don't want to give it all away, right?
Yes.
But was that not 3 incredible seasons?
And I hope they have another one.
Right?
You know, I'm encouraged.
I think we're green-lighted for 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Because even though the main character, Jimmy, yeah, he's a little weak to me.
Jason Segel, which is the reference that Vic gets us all the time.
Yeah, a little too sensitive for me. However, the character development is the best I've ever seen on a TV show, and probably most movies. I mean, they've done an incredible job. I dropped a tear on the final episode.
Oh.
I mean,
did I.
You know,
Yes.
it really does. And my wife's looking at me laughing, and I'm like, "Thank you very much."
Right?
You know, but
No,
it was
but I
it was,
mean,
it
it
was really
really-
good. It was really good.
That entire series, Shrinking, really hits home in so many ways that you love every character. You root them on the entire time. You understand their pain. You understand their joy. You understand it all. The writing is incredible.
Yeah, and they write it for the common person. I mean, anybody who has certain problems, any problems, you're like, oh wow, I've experienced stuff like that before. And Vic had Mark, we finished it, and he just wanted to know that. He was like, "Hi, will you please finish it?" I'm like, okay, we finished.
Right. Hey, and let's circle back really quick to somebody who was on social media. We weren't saying that Supergirl was a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah,
we were
yeah.
talking about Snow White was a Disney movie. No. Supergirl is a Warner Brothers movie, and go DC. They're, like I said, they're rebuilding the DC universe for all the younger generations.
Yeah, it
and-
just reminded me of the Snow White Disney thing.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Right. But yeah, and back to Shrinking really quick. That's the joke, right? If you haven't started watching it and you want to watch it, you should watch it, Vic. We're not telling you what to do, okay?
And if you get Jimmy'd,
Stop pushing
Right,
you'll
right. But the
understand what-
joke is it's 3 shrinks.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Shrinking, that have as many problems as not more than the people that they're helping.
I think that's
right?
real life.
It is real life.
I agree, Vic.
It is
Yeah.
absolutely real
All right.
life.
So I watched a movie called Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Right? 2017. I
Vince-
love these old movies you're watching.
Thanks. You know what? You know why I watched it, and why I watch a lot of movies. If I'm scrolling through X, a scene from a movie will come up, and I'm like,
That looks intriguing.
And that's how I watch a lot of movies. I use JustWatch.com.
Yes.
You know about Just Watch?
I do.
Great resource for movies. Vince Vaughn gets arrested, and goes to jail. And his wife is Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter. Deb.
And he loves Dexter.
Love Dexter. And Vince loves his wife.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's very, very violent. Nothing wrong with that, of course.
Do we know that was coming? It's very, very violent. You know, I love you and your action-packed thrillers.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I love Vince Vaughn. Do we love Vince?
Oh,
Vaughn?
yeah.
I love Vince
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Okay.
It's really
And
good.
he's from Chicago.
That means nothing to me.
Okay.
What, he's a Cubs fan?
No. Yes,
out.
he's a Cubs
He's
fan.
out. He's out.
Oh.
All right, so I need you to tell me about this free movie, Citizen Vigilante. You sent me a link to a scene of it, or is that the whole movie?
I didn't send you that.
No, that was from somebody else.
I was going to say I apologize, but I did not send you that.
Oh, my God. Who's Karen?
Cataline.
Oh. Karen Catalines. I thought you sent
It's
this.
the KK thing,
K-A.
right? Yeah.
K-A, not just
K-A.
So, yeah, she sent that. We'll have to I would say, let's watch it first and then talk about it later.
She said, can I just say what Karen said?
Yeah.
This film is mesmerizing. I'm in the middle of watching it. I wouldn't be surprised if it creates a firestorm. I wouldn't be surprised if it creates a firestorm within days. So,
But she also says there are extreme explicit sex scenes in it. She didn't know that until she started watching it.
okay. Well, we do have rules on that. If it's 2 guys kissing, we don't want to see it. If it's 2 girls kissing, we'll rewind it and watch it again. But Citizen Vigilante, the actual X account for this movie, says the movie Hollywood doesn't want you to see.
Okay.
Now I'm completely locked in.
Yeah.
I'm hooked in.
Yeah.
But it's only free for another day, so you got to watch it tonight.
Okay.
I will try to get home and watch it. And then we can talk about it.
Next week.
Next week?
And so you can go to x.com, citizen/movie/status, and you can get to that probably. We done here?
Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to say a little bit about vigilantism. Not that I'm for it, but, you know, sometimes it's inevitable, Ken. We talked about it back at the Powerhouse when I said there's going to be widespread vigilantism, mafia-style protection money, and people hiding their money in the mattress because they don't trust banks or anything else.
Yep.
So we'll say, all right, let's go. Miller time.
What are you watching?
Oh, what are you watching? What am I saying? All right. Now is Miller time.
Welcome to Miller Time.
It's Miller time. Miller time. Miller time.
Ken Williams, everybody. Do you know a guy named CRS on X?
I've heard of it.
He takes articles, conversations people are having, and then he butts in and said, yeah, that's Ed Stoit. Everything Democrats say, the opposite is true.
I know who you're talking about.
He's spreading Ed Stoit throughout X.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it's true.
It is.
All right. Miller time, Stephen Miller. Does the administration consider Haiti a safe country? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Miller time.
Oh, sorry. Give me a
Does the
moment.
administration consider Haiti a safe country?
For Haitians, absolutely.
For Haitians?
Yes.
Despite the do not travel warnings?
Yes, so yes, Haitians live in Haiti. It's not our position that Haitians should leave Haiti. I mean, it'd be crazy for us to say that Haitians couldn't live in Haiti. It's their country. Of course Haitians should live in Haiti. There's no viable asylum, or use a technical term here, CAT claim, or withholding claim for any Haitian seeking relief from going back to Haiti, to their homeland. The fact that there might be pockets of Haiti where there's higher crime rates, guess what? There's pockets of Chicago with crime rates just as high.
What a great point.
Right? There's pockets of cities like St. Louis.
Oh, my God.
He just said it.
He just said
No,
it.
it's
Did you
true,
hear
though,
him?
Vic. What he's saying is, he said, well, we can't have them go back to Haiti because there are pockets of crime. Why would we send people back to? Well, we get that in St. Louis. We get it in Chicago. You know what? Here's another thing.
L.A., New York.
I want to lay something else on it that I always get aggravated about. They say, well, we're separating families when you do that. Well, guess what? When you do something illegal in this country and you're incarcerated, you're separated from your family. They don't get to go with you.
Right.
So it's normal. That's what happens when you do crime.
Right.
Just saying.
Stephen Mills, amazing. Anything to say on the Haitians?
No.
Okay.
Ken got it all.
They're eating.
Sorry.
They're eating the dogs. Okay.
They're eating the dogs, the cats.
Wasn't it them?
Yes.
He was asked, Stephen Miller was asked, do you expect the administration to deport anyone who loses TPS status as a result of this ruling by the Supreme Court? Ken, give me a Miller.
It's Miller time.
Do you expect the administration to deport anyone who loses TPS status as a result of this ruling?
Well, of course, if you no longer have status in this country, then you're supposed to be deported. And in particular, in the case of the Haitians, the Biden administration flew over vast numbers. It's hard to know the exact number, but probably more than 1 million illegal immigrants from Haiti. That's not counting the border crossings into the United States. So these are people who've only been here for a few months, who are receiving welfare, whose all their ties, all their social connections, all their family is back in their home country of Haiti. And of course, that's where they should go. Yes,
So here's how the left plays that afterwards. Stephen Miller today said, yes, they're throwing Haitians out of the country because he said, of course.
Of course.
And then he continued.
Right, but he clarified the question was just, can I say the word stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you're not allowed to say
Okay.
stupid.
Because that's what I thought exactly that.
Like, where did you come up with this question? Because that was stupid. Because that's the whole point of what we're doing.
They don't know that.
Right.
They don't care about that.
They don't care.
They just
They really
want as
don't.
many immigrants to vote Democrat in November than ever before. That's their plan. Of course.
Of course.
Okay. Anything else? I heard you breathe.
No, we're good. We're
Ken?
good.
Good? Okay. This one's about the Trump administration achieving results through incredibly efficient mechanisms on removing illegal aliens. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
I think what you've seen under the leadership of Secretary Mullen is a tremendous focus on achieving results through incredibly efficient mechanisms. So, for example, one of the things that you've seen in the recent days that has been really extraordinary is President Trump signed an executive order to debank illegal aliens, which is an incredibly effective action to get illegal aliens out of the country. You've also seen continuing budgetary reforms at ICE to make sure that resources are being allocated as efficiently as possible towards actual enforcement and removal operations, right?
So that's the whole point of this whole thing, is that the Trump administration is actually doing something about removing people. These mechanisms that he's talking about, yes, when you debank people that shouldn't have the money,
right?
They shouldn't have it originally. You debank them, that means they leave, and then the left says, how dare you take that money away from these people that's not theirs?
I was going to say, when you guys talk about this stuff all the time, I just sit there shaking my head. Like, do we really need to ask these questions, right? Because the bottom line is, if you stole money, if I stole money, if Vic stole money, it would be taken back, right? And now that we don't have any money, we can't stay in our country, even though you shouldn't have been here legally anyway, correct?
That job is pathetic, being a reporter like that. I would never, ever fight for somebody. No, Mr. President, and everybody else was yelling, Mr. President, I couldn't do it. I would punch one of them in the face right there.
You'd be elbowing.
I'm talking here. All right, Kenny, I don't want to do 8, so can we do 9 very quickly? Because that's also very important. People coming from a third world country, this many will require socialism. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
Well, it's certainly true that there is a segment of wealthy white liberals who live in New York City, live in Los Angeles, who are crazy left and insane and do all kinds of extraordinary damage to our country. It is also true that at scale, bringing tens of millions of third world voters into this country from nations that are communist, nations that are socialist, nations that are failed states, nations that if they never had contact with the West would have never developed the combustion engine or airplanes or televisions or radio or the internet, that this process of rapidly introducing tens of millions of migrants into the country who have the ability, because they're made into citizens, to vote to take from other citizens. So in other words, they can, with their vote, say, I want more money, I want more checks, I want more welfare. The idea that we wouldn't expect this to lead to more socialism, you have to be stupid not to see that.
You go first.
He used the word stupid, too. Just let me clarify.
It's okay. He's a foul mouth. You and him are both foul mouth.
Exactly. No, I mean, it just makes sense, right? Why would we be bringing this many people into our country, but to affect our country, right? And why in the world would we, I don't know. I grew up here my whole life. You guys have too. Don't we love this country?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the bottom line. If we all love our country, we don't need all these outsiders coming in affecting,
right. Well, you know what?
Affecting the change.
We love you.
Okay? All right. Well, thank you. I love you guys,
See you
too.
next Friday, Thursday, or Friday, 9 and noon?
Thursday.
Thursday, 9 and noon. That is Kathy Kaiser.
Thanks, Kathy.
With
Thank
what
you.
Are you watching? Vic for Vets is next.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint. Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No paint, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
It's a brand new show on News Talk STL. JC's Sunday Showgram.
Why did the Today Show's Brian Gumbel get yanked off a St. Louis golf course this week in 1985? Then it's back to Collinsville and the ketchup bottle in 2000 when native Michael Stipe of REM got a little mixed up. Also, we fly over Busch Stadium with a banner that says, JC says the Mets are pound scum this week in 1987. All brought to you by the Weber Automotive Group.
Sunday morning, 7 to 9. Then podcast each Monday on NewstalkSTL.com.
Yo, this is Vic. Vic for Vets is proudly honoring our veterans. Every Wednesday at 11:05, you'll hear about that day's honoree and their incredible service to our country.
Hi, it's Ken. You want to nominate a veteran? Send their name, service information, and story to me, Ken, at NewstalkSTL.com.
Brought to you by Heroes Care, Alamo Military Collectibles, Gemini Wealth Group, Michael's Funeral Home, and Freddie's Market.
Together, let's celebrate the heroes in our community. Vic for Vets, where honor meets gratitude.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The top Republican in Congress has issued a warning to Americans. If you're not paying attention to radical Marxists winning 3 seats in Congress this week, you'd better be. On the Salem News program this week on Capitol Hill with Tony Perkins, House Speaker Mike Johnson says communism is literally on our shores after primaries in New York City.
This is serious stuff, and these people are going to win the general election because these are deep blue districts, and they're going to be joining us here in the 120th Congress in January. And we're in a fight now to preserve the country, the ideals of this great experiment in self-governance. And communism is now on our very shores. This is serious stuff.
He adds that Republicans had better turnout in big numbers during the midterms this November. Speaker Johnson's full interview will be heard when This Week on Capitol Hill is broadcast beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on the Salem News Channel. President Trump has announced he's seeking an additional $11 billion in assistance for U.S. farmers by opening up markets around the world.
We have another one, a new market coming up, and that's called the lovely country of Iran. It's a beautiful place. Would anybody like to go there? The Islamic Republic of Iran. They're having a hard time with food, and we're going to be taking some of their money, and we'll spend it, and we're going to be buying wheat, soybeans, and corn, a lot of it.
The president told farmers at a Rose Garden dinner last night he's opening up markets in Europe, South America, and Australia, as well as China. An investigation into John Bolton's handling of classified information is now coming to a close. We get more from White House correspondent Willie Nelson.
Former National Security Advisor John Bolton has pleaded guilty to mishandling classified information while serving in the White House. Bolton admitted to unlawfully possessing sensitive national defense information, including classified documents tied to U.S. national security. He now faces up to 5 years in prison and is set to be sentenced in October. Willie Nelson, Washington.
More of these stories at townhall.com.
Health insurance rates are surging in America, leaving millions without affordable options. If you're sick of having paychecks eaten up by healthcare costs or dealing with mega corporations, then listen to this. Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. That's why I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's an alternative to traditional health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills. There's no enrollment period, so you can join anytime. And you aren't restricted to provider networks, so you choose the doctors and hospitals you want. It's that simple. CHM is not insurance. It's a ministry that puts faith into action. Feel the difference of financial support and biblical care from fellow believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
Is your retirement income at risk if you or your spouse needs nursing home or in-home care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money, Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. The cost of long-term care is one of the biggest risks in retirement planning. For many retirees, a single nursing home stay can cause a significant reduction in assets that can permanently reduce your retirement income. Fortunately, there are affordable and flexible options available today that can help you manage the cost of long-term care. Our team can help you address the risks relevant to your retirement, including long-term care. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
News Talk STL is turning 5, and you're invited to the party. Join us Friday night, June 26th at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville for a totally rad celebration with the Retro Nerds, St. Louis's favorite 80s tribute band. Live on the outside stage from 7 to 10. It's an all-ages show, so bring the whole family and stop by and see us at the News Talk STL Pavilion right near the stage. Frankie Martin's Garden, the place for and about community in Cottleville. Details at frankiemartinsgarden.com.
Looking for unbelievable deals? Stop by Overstock Outlet in Lake St. Louis or Warrenton. Open 7 days a week. Discover big savings on a huge variety of merchandise with no hassle. Just great prices. Visit us in Lake St. Louis on Highway N or in Warrenton on Boones Lake. Check out our Facebook page at Overstock Outlet Lake St. Louis. Or go online to overstockoutletstl.com. Unbeatable value, friendly service, and you never know what we'll have at Overstock Outlet.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
For a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, two behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
All right, hour number 3. My whole life is spread out here.
Sure is.
My pretzels are over here.
Oh, how could they?
My coffee's over
How could you do such a thing to yourself? Just make sure your coffee's on that table.
It's like I don't even respect myself. Okay. Boy, Kathy, she's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
And you know what she's great at? Getting us back to what we were talking about.
Yes, bringing us back around.
Yeah. Disney and Snow White.
Right.
Somehow we gave the impression that we thought that Supergirl was a Disney movie. I'm not sure we said that. Well, we didn't say that.
No, but I was just referring to Disney when we were talking about it because of Snow White,
which is a Disney.
It is and then we went off on Disney, and
yeah.
So I can see why someone would think that. But Kathy's going to be there tonight, probably.
Oh.
So
At the party?
Yeah.
Great. Sorry, I just wanted to jump ahead a little bit there. All right, Ken, I think we're ready. Hold on one step. I want to give every veteran the same treatment.
Same treatment.
I got pretzel in my mouth. I want to get.
Oh, well, that's my fault.
I'm not saying it's true. You made fun of me, so I'm going to defend my.
You made me put pretzels in my mouth. Now I have to.
Now I got to take a sip of coffee.
Right.
I can't do this anymore.
Exactly.
All right, Kenny. It's time for Vic. For Vets! Submitted today by our great friend Allison Schottenhamel. Just a wonderful woman. Lost her husband earlier in the year. And she is part of the Washington Guard. You know, she hangs out with Colonel Joe Adams.
Yep. And
Deanna Adams. And she says, I'm a grateful patriot and thank God every day for every veteran that has and will serve this great nation. I have many family members, friends, and community members who have served in the military, and every veteran deserves to be honored. I would like to honor the oldest known veteran in my family history. Wow. Ken, you ready for this? Lieutenant Nelson Williams, my great-great-grandfather, born on November 9th, 1840.
Before the Civil War.
Yeah. On the family farm in Grafton, Illinois, on September 8th. Sorry. Can I start that again?
Yeah.
He was born on November 9th, 1840, on the family farm in Grafton, Illinois. On September 8th, 1862, he mustered with the 97th Illinois Infantry Company K, which served the Union Army, Civil War?
Yeah.
During the American Civil War. Now, I just want to say something very quickly. Born on the family farm in Grafton, Illinois, that I'm sure is not a farm anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody said to me when I first moved here, yeah, everything west of 270, I'd say it was all farmland. All farmland.
Yeah, yeah.
And now none of it's farmland, and that sucks.
I mean, it really hasn't been that long ago, because when we moved to the county, I remember I was like 5 or 6 years old, and they were building Highway 55 where we were living.
Wow.
You know, they were actually putting down concrete.
Wow.
So before that, before they blew it all up and everything, it was farmland.
Farmland. After Vic for Vets, I want to talk about Sandra D. and her farmland thing. She's got going on.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry. Company K was instrumental in the Union's efforts to regain control of the Mississippi River and participated in key battles and campaigns, including the siege of Vicksburg, then moving downriver, retaking key positions along the way, to retake Mobile Bay in the bloody Battle of Fort Blakely, hours after General Lee's surrender at Appomattox. Company K mustered out July 1865, almost 3 years of hell. After the war, Nelson returned to his family's large farm in Grafton, Illinois, where he died August 24th, 1927, at the age of 86, surrounded by a large family. This is why I pledge allegiance to one flag, the American flag, and to one nation under God. Thank you for honoring real American heroes who have shaped our great history and continue to inspire the future with their acts of valor, humanity, patriotism, and sacrifices, the American soldiers.
And Allison comes from obviously very, very patriotic pedigree, so that's awesome.
Absolutely right. Today's Vic for Vets Honor Roll inductees, honored veterans on News Talk STL with support from our friends at Alamo Military Collectibles, Gemini Wealth Group, Heroes Care Incorporated, Michael's Funeral Home, and Freddie's Market. Not much of June left, Ken, but we'll do a veteran every day.
Yeah, until the final day, which will be the 30th, and then after that, every Wednesday. So the following Wednesday after this next week, during this next week, we'll be highlighting, I think it's going to be, Vic, those 4 brothers from the same family that were killed.
I think we talked about something similar in Saving Private Ryan. Right?
Yeah. You brought the name up, and then someone, one of the listeners, one of the Vic Heads, of course, sent me information about that family.
It was Dave Stouffer.
Okay. And so, we're going to go ahead and on that, I think it's going to be that Wednesday. It's not going to be the final day, but it'll be the Wednesday.
Perfect.
Yeah. And every Wednesday thereafter, everybody. So please send me your honored veteran.
Yeah, we're not going to stop.
No, every Wednesday we're going to highlight our veterans. So Ken at NewstalkSTL.com, name, rank, branch of service, and if you have a story.
Yeah. And thank you, Allison Schottenhamel. We love you to death. Okay, so our friend Sandra D.
Yeah.
They were going to close a road. I'm not sure of the full story, but she's fighting and she's talking to the government. And she had a call with the USDA about her road problem. She said it went well. The young man I spoke with has to talk to John Rich, country singer.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, he has and actually, when I heard the name, I thought, where did I hear the name recently? It's down in Nashville. He has his own huge bar. It was packed.
And he was a duo with Big and Rich.
Okay.
They were a country duo. Total conservative guy.
Yeah.
And he has that great bar in Nashville where I don't think they serve Bud Light, that kind of thing.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, about that, though, John Rich is like a ambassador.
I'm going to get there.
Okay, go ahead, because I don't know exactly.
It says John Rich, who is serving the Trump administration as a special envoy
there we go.
for landowners' rights. I don't think I've ever listened to any John Rich music, but I'm going to start now. So we might get some national attention. I hope this becomes a big story in the national news. You're taking people's farms away, and without the farms, we don't eat.
And I hope that Sandra, wants to come on the show and talk about it, because I didn't want to press her for all kinds of information yet, because she's involved in it and she's steeped in it right now. And I don't want to cloud anything. Let her get her stuff done, her important work done.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, then hopefully maybe she can come on the show and talk about it.
I would love it. She said, as I said before, there are people out there with much bigger concerns than ours, and I'm sure they'll get priority. But it's nice to know that someone in the Trump administration actually listened to us and wants to help.
Yeah.
Well, how could that be? Donald Trump's a great big jerk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how through all that she was able to get results. It's crazy.
So I wrote back to her. I said, keep fighting, Sandra. And she said, thank you, Vic. It's nice to know that people like John Rich might help me. She might end up talking to John
Hanging
Rich.
out. She might be able to be a liaison or something.
Yeah.
Some kind of person.
She may say, hey, these guys, Vic and Ken, maybe you want to go talk to them.
Go talk to them, too, because they're advocates here.
We are advocates. But if I were the only person on the face of the earth against this road, I would fight it. John Rich helped keep the TVA from wrecking a community in Tennessee. He wrote a song about it, The Devil and the TVA.
Okay.
How about that, Ken?
That's really good.
And Sandra D. And Sandra D has been listening to the show since it started.
Yeah.
And she's just very...
Keep fighting, young lady.
Active.
You Vic head.
You silly, crazy Vic head.
Here, Sandra D, this is for you. Oh.
Whoosh.
Oh. I thought something else was coming, Ken.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
That's just that.
I thought you found the song, the John Rich song.
No.
Nah.
Nope.
Don't care about that. Nope.
No.
Don't care for The Godfather. Don't care for it. The Devil and the TVA. I don't want to bump out with it. I want to stick with David Clayton Thomas.
Yeah.
Because we lost him at the age of 85. Ken, I'll say it again. One of these days, it's going to be Paul McCartney.
Yeah. I mean, all these different people. I love the fact that, like, the Rolling Stones, they're in their 80s and they're playing rock and roll. They're traveling, they're touring. I think that because they are actually physically doing these things is what's keeping them going.
There's no doubt. And David Clayton Thomas is older than all the Beatles, all the Stones.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I don't know. I hate to say that. I just hate to say that. But one day is going to be so sad because we lost Paul McCartney or Keith Richards or Mick Jagger or Ringo. Peace and love.
I think the 60s, 70s, and 80s were primarily just such unique forms of music through the creation of blues and then rock and roll. And I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy again just to go back, and I wanted to do that.
Again?
Yeah.
You watched it once?
Yes.
Okay, just asking.
But in that
not judging.
No, but in that he has a cassette player that he plays.
Right.
And it's all this kind of music from the 70s and 80s.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
All right. Well,
but I imagine that that's what the future will be. No matter where we are, they're going to have this music forever. So they're in other words, the people that we are losing, their music's going to live on forever.
It's amazing to me how many young kids like the Beatles.
I think it's also funny because I've heard kids have come up to me, my daughters, and their friends, you're going to hear this song and you're going to go crazy. It's just so good. And it's a remake of a song that we actually would have played in the band.
Mm.
And then they're singing it, and I start singing it along with them. And like, wait a minute. No, this is our song.
No, you can't have this.
We created this. And I'm like, sorry, but it's a remake. And
you put that song down right now.
Yeah.
When my son was in grade school, I think I started my son on stuff too early with him.
Why?
Because he was the only kid in his class that even knew who the Beatles were.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well, they all ostracized him because of called
him
goofballs.
No, see, that has nothing to do with all that. No, kids can be mean for whatever reason, Vic.
And they were.
And he was an amazing actor and musician, and kids don't like that when they can't achieve that. My daughter, I turned her on to Queen, Styx, Rush, Boston, and she loved them.
Yeah.
And she was turning her friends onto it. So I don't think it had anything to do with that.
He handled it. It wasn't that big of a deal. But, you know, he was the class clown in school. I don't know where he got that from. And I'll say this just very quickly. When he was in middle school, not right now he's very big and hairy and scary, and it looks like you wouldn't mess with him. Matter of fact, one of his friends worked at a diner and quit, and the guy wouldn't give the kid his final check, right? So Chris went with him, right? Full beard, glasses, like a pork pie hat, sitting at the counter reading a newspaper. And the kid said, "Yeah, well, I want my money." And then he looked at Chris, and Chris just put the paper down, looked at the guy, went back to reading his paper, and then he gave the kid the check. But he, you know, he was a piano player his whole life. When he was getting picked on in grade school, the piano was his sanctuary.
Yep.
He'd come home and throw the book bag down. I knew he had a bad day. And he'd walk over to the piano and he'd play piano. That's great.
Great outlet, man.
Yeah, great outlet. So, and the kids used to call him a faggot because he plays piano. You're a faggot. Elton John's a faggot. You're a faggot. And we called the school and said, you know, what are you going to do about it? And one goes, well, boys will be boys.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And the principal said, well, you know, Chris is going to have to pop this kid in the face to make this end.
I agree with
because
that.
you didn't hear it from me, but that's what's going to have to happen. So, crazy how you remember everything, Ken. I did my show from the West County Center, which it was just done redoing, made it nice and new, and we're in the food court. And I called Jess to let her know I was on my way home. She goes, well, came down to fisticuffs. I said, what came down to fisticuffs? It was raining. Chris had his umbrella, and the kids were talking about him and making fun of him or whatever. And the kid grabbed the bottom of the umbrella and pulled it, and it made Chris mad because the top of the thing hit him. So Chris threw down the umbrella and beat the crap out of this kid.
Well,
big football player, beat the crap out of him. And Chris said he was being like he was crazy. Like every punch he said something, you know.
No.
Bloodied the kid's face, and then Chris got suspended. He got suspended because it was on school grounds.
Mm-hmm.
But that day, coincidentally enough, was the homecoming parade that goes right by our street. So we were out there, you know, kids were throwing candy and everything. And Chris was with us. And this girl came up to Chris and goes, Chris, did you beat up, you know, and then said the kid's name. And Chris is like, yeah, I did. And Jessica's like, don't start with that. Don't be like that.
Yeah.
You know, you did it because you had to do it. You're not a hero here. You just defended yourself.
Right.
You know, which I think was good advice.
Yeah, I think that is too.
But it's kind of fun. Oh, you get up. Oh, Frankie.
Well, musically, I'm just glad my daughter learned how to use vinyl records. It was awesome. She had her own record player and everything.
What are we doing next? I may have to do another story now that you brought up record players and kids. All right?
Yeah.
When we get back, is that okay?
Yeah.
You always look at me like, yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, of course it's okay. I love your stories, Vic.
You're going to love this one. It's about Marielle that I forgot to say in her Porcelli's Deli. To lose my mind. I thought this would have been their biggest hit. Well, 3 number 2s. This one's Spinning Wheel and When I Die.
You know where I'm at right now? In the kitchen of my mom and dad's house with that big 8-track player stereo. It's a big monster thing, right? The console.
Yeah.
And my mom's dancing to this song.
Oh, my God. I love that, Ken. And I don't know. I can't tell you how much I love that. Took control. David Clayton Thomas from Blood, Sweat, and Tears passed away, so we're paying tribute all day today. I think he was important enough.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, we got permission, so we didn't do it.
That's right.
All right. Coming up next, we will do the chat box. Please be patient, okay, with us with the chat box. I want to tell a story that I was going to talk about. That's next on News Talk STL.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. Vic and Ken.
Two of them together are just trouble.
The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Live and local.
Listen to what those local folks are telling you.
News Talk STL.
Sometimes it seems all lawmakers do is tax and spend. That's why Missouri voters passed the Hancock Amendment in 1980 to place a limit on what the government can do with your money. But the Hancock Amendment is outdated. It hasn't provided a taxpayer refund since 1999 and probably won't without reform. That's why Missouri needs a taxpayer Bill of Rights. Colorado has one, and taxpayers there have received more than $8 billion in refunds. It's simple. There should be limits on government spending and refunds when there's a surplus in the state budget. A taxpayer Bill of Rights constitutional amendment would help limit the growth of government. Missouri's budget has nearly doubled in the past 5 years, yet the state lags far behind states like Colorado in economic growth. The Hancock Amendment was supposed to protect taxpayers. Now it's time for an update and a taxpayer Bill of Rights. After all, it's your money. Learn more at showmeinstitute.org. The Show Me Minute has been brought to you by Show Me Institute and Show Me Opportunity.
Are you struggling with life's pressures? The Flot Line has answers. Join host Rick Hughes for biblical principles and learn how to build a spiritual flot line in your soul. Discover God's plan for your life. Sunday mornings at 9:30 on News Talk STL.
It's not your typical game day look. Sunday, June 28th at Busch Stadium, the Cardinals face the Miami Marlins, and fans can receive a soccer-style Cardinals jersey presented by Purina. Clean, sporty, and unmistakably Cardinals, it brings a fresh energy to the ballpark from first pitch on, and kids take home a vibrant Cardinals soccer ball to keep the action going long after the final out. 2 ways to play, one big Sunday. Get tickets at cardinals.com/promotions.
Every Sunday home game is a Kids Sunday at Busch Stadium. From Team Fred Birding games to a kid-friendly DJ, ice cream, and family-favorite activities. Sundays are built for young fans. Plus, select Sundays feature kids run the bases after the game. It's a day made for smiles, memories, and Cardinals baseball together. Make Sundays your family tradition at Busch Stadium. Tickets and details at cardinals.com/KidsSunday.
If anyone calls or messages you about investing your money and promises quick profits, guaranteed returns, or can't miss opportunities, stop. Don't fall for the call. I'm Denny Hoskins, Missouri Secretary of State. Our office regulates investing and works to protect investors. Call the Missouri Securities Hotline at 800-721-7996 or visit MissouriProtectsInvestors.com. Paid for by the Missouri Investor Education and Protection Fund. This is a public service announcement.
All the information I need on the drive to work.
Mike Ferguson in the morning. I keep it on throughout the day, whether it's local, national, or something big that's happening overseas.
News, analysis, and opinion.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
What goes up must come down.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Talking about your troubles, it's a crying sin. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel spin.
Hi, this is Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow with a reminder to check out our new show, Jeffco Patriot Radio. This and every Sunday at high noon. Now, back to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Thank you, Billy Crow. Appreciate that very much. He, blood, sweat, and tears. David Clayton Thomas passed away yesterday. Let the spinning wheel spin. Okay. So, you said something that reminded me of something that I wanted to say. A little story about my daughter Marielle that I should have put in. There's two things I left out of her Porcelli's Deli. One was her blankie, when she said, "I love my blankie.
Mm-hmm.
It is so comfortable and flat." And she would just say that over and over again. It is so comfortable and flat. So, we had on this little table in the kitchen, dining area. The kitchen and the dining area is one big room. I don't know how to explain it. It's not the kitchen because we don't cook in it. We eat in it, but it's not a dining room.
Right.
So there was a little thing there. And on top of it was a radio, CD player, record player. If you pulled up the top thing, it was the CD player. You put the CD on, and you closed it, and you push play, and the music plays. Well, she thought she was opening that, and she opens up the whole thing, and there's a record player. She says, "What is this?" I said, "It's a record player." "What does that mean?" She had never seen a record player because she was young. She was a baby.
Yeah.
But she knew how to run a CD player. So I said, she goes, "How does it work?" I said, "Go down the basement. There's a crate of records. They're all in there. Pick one out." She picks out Revolver, of course, because she's awesome. And I said, she goes, "So what do I do?" I didn't touch it. I let her do the whole thing. She goes, take it out of the jacket, and she goes, "What side is the music on?" Because all she knew were CDs.
Yeah.
I said, "Both sides. Pick a side." So she picked side one or whatever, and she put it on, the hole through the thing in the record player. And then she goes, "Where's play?" I said, "There is no play." I said, "You pick up that thing. That's called a needle, and then you put it on the record, and then it'll play the music." So she did it. I said, "Be careful." So she did it really carefully, and she put it on, and the music started playing. And Ken, she freaked out. I mean, she was like, "Oh, my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life," you know? And then she realized she had all power, you know, because she took the thing and picked it up. The music stopped.
I can put it anywhere I want.
Yeah. Drop the needle, right? Don't we used to call that drop the needle.
Yeah.
And put it back down. And that was how she learned about a record player. I love my blankie. It is so comfortable and flat. Stress on the flat. All right, here we go. Good morning, you bunch of Vic Heads. Good morning, Grant. Hope you're enjoying retirement, you Vic Head. Good morning, freedom fighters. Happy Friday. It's good to see you. Whoosh!
Whoosh.
Good morning, fam. Bam! Life is incredibly fragile. It is indeed.
It is.
Rat, my man Rat. Good morning, Vic and Ken. Whoosh. He says whoosh, Ken.
Whoosh.
Good morning, Vic Head Patriots. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
We were talking about the WNBA played in arenas that had 4,000 people maybe in it, and I suggested that might be the size of the Chaifetz Arena. I was wrong. Chaifetz Arena holds 10,600 seats. So the WNBA went from a smaller arena than Chaifetz now to the size of Enterprise Center.
Yeah.
St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department used to have a band that performed at festivals and other events. The Grand Fuzz, they were called.
Oh, that's cool.
Used to play some Blood, Sweat, and Tears selections.
Oh, man.
They rocked in uniform.
I like that.
Love it.
Now,
Good morning.
See, that would be great for community relations, too, you know?
Yeah. Happy Friday, ladies, gents, and gentle cats. Stay dry this weekend and cool next week. Next week, be thinking about me as I melt in the factory. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
But we do love your voice. That's for damn sure.
Live and be well.
All right, over to the troublemaker chat box. Ed is first, one, uno. DLW says number two. M. Gold says third. I'm third. First, second, third.
Third.
Morning, everyone. Thanks, Allison. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. No fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariff.
No peace.
No fair chat box.
No peace.
Okay, Freedom Fighters, fantastic Friday. Whoosh, my morning people, and welcome home.
Whoosh.
President Iran, don't push me, don't lie to me. Donald John Grover, Cleveland Trump. Good morning, all you beautiful MAGA, ultra-patriotic, deplorable, garbage, and degenerate, freedom-fighting, weirdos. Whoosh!
Whoosh.
Hey, it's good to see you. Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Friday! Good morning, Patriots. Happy birthday and Friday. Whose birthday is it? Oh, on stations.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Squirrel.
I'm going to kill you. Nice touch. The first party was so much fun. The retro nerds are so entertaining. Great show. Before I forget, the Facebook chat box is The Exorcist 2, the heretic of chat boxes.
Dadgummit.
Just a sad attempt at recapturing the magic from the best.
You know what I've noticed? That he says, before I forget every time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's his.
Just a reminder.
You know what that's like? That's like tough crowd.
Right.
He's got to say, before I forget, let me say. They're Gene. They're streaming on the outhouse of a chat box on Facebook. God, you guys are vicious. Vic, Jetsons alert, couple of minutes early. Wish my brothers and sisters. And then George Jetson showed up.
He did today.
Sit in the chair here. And Vic Jetson is the comment, of course. What's with George? What was George again?
Jetson.
Oh, George Jetson. Right. Sorry. Facebook non-union members are the redheaded stepchildren of the Facebook chat box. Wow, you guys are...
That is hilarious.
Better change that oil, Dad. It's Back to the Future. Get with the program. Vic's ringtone on his phone is the Jetsons theme. It goes off often at this time. It's not supposed to.
It's not supposed to.
But again, you know, the listeners of the show and the chat box, they take a negative and make it a positive.
Yeah, that screenshot of George Jetson that I posted on the stream was not from me. It was from one of the listeners.
Right. How's Dave's hip?
Dave Stokes. He had hip surgery, remember? He couldn't come in because of that. No. He couldn't come on the air at one point because of that.
Fine. Yes, no property tax. Vic, please bring your harmonica and serenade us tonight when the band takes a break. That's not happening. Speaking of legends, you must be talking about, Commander Connors. Commander Connors, lock and load, ready on the right. Temporary status means temporary.
Yes, it does, but the Democrats don't seem... The Democrats are like this. Well, I know, but they've been here so long. Let's leave them. They're voting for us, so just leave them here. No big deal.
And don't forget, lock and load, ready on the right.
A little bit.
Great Larry Connors. The old Democrat Party is now feeling like what most of Europe is feeling. They woke up too late and they can't change the direction of things to come. I think foreigners who came to this country to watch the soccer FIFA thing are more patriotic to America than people who were born in America.
Yeah, they're just so surprised that they've been deceived by the media for so long. I mean, they're true shock. You're watching some of these videos, they're like, I really almost upset. I'm sorry. They apologize. I saw them apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that I always thought these bad things about America because it's not true. I've been proven wrong because the media told me one thing, and it's a different way.
Regular Dems need to wake up before it's too late and dump socialists as they are Islamic extremist communists disguised as Democrat socialists.
Yeah.
Desire to kill Western civilization. Wake the hell up, people. Chevalier, that one person who won the election in New York, she said out loud she wants to ruin the Western civilization.
Absolutely. That's their goal. They don't like this country. They don't like the people. And they want, but there's, you know what? There's one common goal they have. There is one common favor that they have. They want our land. Mm-hmm. They want our property. Right. They want us out, though.
How dare you?
There are no regular Democrats anymore.
No.
People will start to wake up, but it will go, wait a minute. People will start to wake up, but will it get so out of hand that we can't recover from it? That's the concern.
That's the big, but that's been the big concern for the last 2 decades.
Yeah, we have the guns. Our side's got the guns.
Well, something I told Vic the other day, I think this was off the microphone. I said, do you realize that with all the guns that are in this country, we are the largest army in the world?
We are.
So take that with you.
Take that with you. Squirrel! 2 squirrels.
Yeah.
They already have their sights on Jeffries. They said the quiet part out loud. Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries is in danger. His title, his job is in danger. Hakeem, in danger, girl.
You know what? It's bad when your party is not radical enough when you're like Hakeem Jeffries.
You better watch how you talk when you talk about me.
You made me so very happy. Vic and Ken, the Ken Williams. Ken Williams. Great song. You got your whole name. I don't know why I didn't get mine.
Whoosh.
That crazy rep.
Vic.
Yeah.
Yo, Vic.
Okay. By the way, it's Red Friday. Oh, man, I'm the worst patriot ever. Timu, Barry, and Spartacus. By the way, it's Red Friday. I know. The crazy rep from Minnesota for called for new Democratic leadership yesterday. She called out Hakeem Jeffries and Chucky in particular. Chevalier wants to abolish ICE, prisons, and borders.
Yep.
Wow.
All of it.
This is what horror movies...
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. Ken, they are here to change America. They're saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Invaders want to come here living their way, sucking off all the freebies. I didn't know how to handle that because there's nothing dirty about this sentence.
Right.
I didn't want to make it dirty. Oh, my God.
Say it with me.
Sure. I know there was a plane that lost an engine. It fell off the wing. Not sure if that's the same plane. Well, you have to listen. Actually, at noon.
Yeah.
Larry's in at noon. Oh, my God. We got to clean up this place before he gets here. It's like when
is
your
a
dad,
mess, by the way.
When your dad comes home, we got to clean up before Dad gets home. Burr is a libtard. Yes, absolutely. And I didn't say he wasn't. He would make fun of the NBA, and then, Caitlin came along. Sophie Cunningham's three-point shooting percentage is one of the best in the NBA. Thank you very much.
In the WNBA.
WNBA.
Yeah.
She points good, too. Angel Reese gets me-bounds, not rebounds. I will not be watching.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That's
Me-bounds.
Me-bounds. Because she misses a shot and then grabs it, and that's a rebound. John Bolton pled guilty in classified information handling. Up to 5 years in prison. Fine of $2.5 million and lost his pension.
Yep.
Oh, my God. This is great. Joey held classified documents. Is he next?
So more of this needs to start happening. I mean, I'm not at all satisfied with just Bolton. Right. It needs to go higher. Tim Walz, Keith Ellison, I believe that they're just so corrupt they need to go to jail.
Lunette says, happy birthday, News Talk STL. Oh, I thank you so much.
Aww.
Happy birthday!
Are that all the Vic Heads saying that?
Yeah.
All right. Cinderfer with the flag. No Vic, baby, but that's okay. I'll be fine. I don't need to say Vic, baby. All right. That's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're going to come back and do the Wheel of Audio Clips. And this will be our last Blood, Sweat, and Tears song of the morning with David Clayton Thomas. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Blue Lou Marini and Tom Bones Malone on the horns. And David Clayton Thomas on vocals. Lost him yesterday at the age of 85.
We may be able to play Lucretia Mac Evil.
Oh, right.
Again.
Oh, right. Coming out of the...
Yeah.
Let's do that. All right, let's go to the break, come back to that, and then we'll do the Wheel of Audio Clips. Thanks, Ken.
Talking about your troubles and you never learn. Ride a painted pony, let the spinning wheel turn.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. Vic and Ken. Vic brings the thunder. Ken steals the thunder. Ken, Thunder Stealer. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
On the next
Larry Connors, USA.
The story behind the story. A DC-10 crashes leaving Chicago, sending ripples of fear around the world.
Larry Connors, USA. Now, weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Hey, Jamie Allman here, looking for the ultimate escape? Well, welcome to Santino's, where luxury meets authenticity in a stunning 6,000 square foot destination. Browse hundreds of premium cigars in the walk-in humidor. Explore more than 700 bottles of whiskey. Whether it's their non-smoking wine room, gaming lounge with custom poker tables, it's Santino's just off Highway 55 at the Imperial exit. See them at Santino'sCigarCocktails.com. That's Santino'sCigarCocktails.com.
Don't let spring surprises ruin your comfort. Johnson Heating and Cooling in Wentzville is offering air conditioner checkups for just $99. We'll check your Freon, inspect your condensate hose, and test all electrical connections. Plus, we'll clean your system for no additional charge if you act before June 30th. Keep your home running smoothly this season. Visit Johnson-heatingandcooling.com. That's Johnson-heatingandcooling.com. Johnson Heating and Cooling. Your comfort, our priority. Looking to celebrate the 4th of July with a bang? Then look no further than Powder Monkey Fireworks. We've got bottle rockets, fountains, cakes, mortars. Our selection is endless with low prices and no gimmicks. Our friendly, knowledgeable staff will help you choose the perfect fireworks to make your holiday unforgettable. You'll go bananas at Powder Monkey, Highway 94 in St. Charles, on Westwood in Weldon Spring, and on Brendel in Rocky Mount. Don't want to fight the crowds? Order online at powdermonkeyfireworks.com.
With all of the celebrations, anniversaries, and holidays coming up over the next few months, where are you going to go to get that special something for the special people in your life? Newsteaders Fine Jewelers, of course. Newsteaders Fine Jewelers found 24/7 at wowdiamonds.com. Tim Jones here to tell you all about Newsteaders Fine Jewelers. Richard Newsteader and his team serving our region since 1961 with awesome, honest jewelry solutions. They've got everything from diamonds to wedding engagement rings, hand-engraved items, pendants, earrings, and so much more. You can find them 24/7, wowdiamonds.com. That's Newsteaders Fine Jewelers, wowdiamonds.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
But they're really criticizing science because I represent science.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Senator Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. Got the paper, my Senator Paul.
David Clayton Thomas passed away yesterday at the age of 85. This is my favorite Blood, Sweat, and Tears song. Don't know why. First of all, her name, Lucretia, right?
Yeah.
Like Cruella de Vil kind of a name, right?
Yeah.
McEvil. Her name is Lucretia McEvil.
Oh.
Why would anyone date a girl named Lucretia McEvil? And why? Evil woman child.
Yeah, that's why.
Did I nail it?
You did.
I nailed that.
Good job.
Right. So that was our tribute to David Clayton Thomas all day today.
His music will live on forever.
It will. On this show. Now you got
a lot more.
Bumper music.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. It's time for everybody's favorite game show. It's the Wheel of
Audio Clips!
Brought to you by Johnson Heating and Cooling, making homes comfortable all year round. 636-332-4141. It's America's favorite game show, the Wheel of Audio Clips. Here's the host of Wheel of Audio Clips, Vic Porcelli.
Thank you, Jim Monson. Boy, studio audience, how you doing? Meet all you guys at the party tonight. I'll give you information on that, too, coming up in just a bit. All right, so Wheel of Audio Clips. Ken takes all the clips that we've heard all week. Some of our favorites, some of our least favorites, but we got to play them because we got to make fun of the people who said them.
Right.
So we play them and try to get a good balance of people we like and people we don't like. All right, Kenny, spin that wheel and let's get going, dadgummit. Tim Burchett was on TV just a second ago.
Dadgummit.
So maybe say dadgummit. Talking about your troubles, it's a crying shame. Oh, speaking of people we don't like, Joy Reid. Ken, did you know black people don't celebrate the 4th of July? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, because it's a celebration of slaveholders.
Oh.
And with apologies to my dear spicy white friends, because I know that my
What are spicy white friends, by the way?
She doesn't have them. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
She's got no friends that are white. She can't hang out with whitey. Kidding me? After everything she says, there's no way.
You're right. Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
white brothers and sisters do love a 4th of July. It is Independence Day. Everybody's barbecuing. It's a thing. I can promise you, black folks, we will take that day off. We will barbecue because we off. But black people, that nobody black I know is really excited about the 4th of July because it is what Frederick Douglass said it is. It is the celebration of slaveholders who freed themselves from having to pay taxes to the crown for their slave empire.
Frederick Douglass
and that is what it is. I mean, if we're just being perfectly honest, whether you read the 1619 Project or not, you just have to understand that for black people, particularly for African Americans, there's a duality to 4th of July that is hard to reconcile if you think about it too much.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, Ken.
I know.
She is a racist.
She's a racist. That's really all you need to say.
And her spicy whitey friends or whatever she said there.
What are they?
Where are they?
What are they? Are they Hispanic? Or spicy white?
No, that's maybe spicy.
Spicy white. She didn't say white. White people.
She also didn't say Latino.
No, she did not.
Like Obama did.
You're right.
What I would say to Latinos. God, he makes me sick. The worst. Spin the wheel, Kenny.
They were doing that on TV today. I think one of the reporters on the Today Show was in France, and she referred to the Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, God.
And it's like, no, you could have said the Arc de Triomphe. It's fine. It's okay.
God, it's
little
the worst
pretentious little
fake,
thing.
phony pieces of stuff. Senator Marco Rubio says you can't have the end of hostilities as long as Iranian proxies are launching missiles. That is pretty basic.
That most certainly will come up in these conversations. And there are items outside the MOU that are certainly going to be covered, but that's one that will have to be covered. It'll be discussed. I think a careful reading of the MOU will see that when you talk about, for example, a complete and end of hostilities in the entire region, well, that's not possible. You can't have the end of hostilities and conflicts in the region as long as Iranian proxies are launching missiles and drones from Iraq and are participating in terrorism like Hamas did and like Hezbollah did. So I do think it's covered by the MOU, and it is an issue that will be gotten to at the appropriate time in these negotiations.
Ken, I know I'm biased, but I think Marco Rubio would be a great president of the United States.
Oh, I think he would as well. This might surprise you, but I think DeSantis would.
DeSantis would, absolutely.
And I think I think VP Vance would be as well.
Yeah, I think we got a great bench going on.
We do. Referring to this crap, though, that he was talking about, this is, I mean, Vic, this is crazy the way they think it's going to work. I don't think that the Trump administration is going to get what they want. Eventually, they're going to pull a thing that Chris Arps referred to, a November surprise. It will be in August, probably, where everything's going fine, gas prices go down, and then out of nowhere, the Iran Islamic Republic, the leadership, will put a wrench in the whole works. Gas prices will skyrocket just before the elections. I believe that. I believe that that's what's going to. This agreement's never going to happen. They can't do it, Vic. This is not what somebody mentioned earlier. I think it was Commander Connors said Shia Sunni Muslims. Shia is not going to allow any of that to happen. They're not. Do I want it? Oh my gosh! I want everything. I want the Iranian people to be free. I want them to be gone. But I just don't believe it's going to happen. I'm sorry. It's terrible, but I just don't feel like it's going to.
I know. I'm with you. Spin the wheel.
All right, Vic.
Frankie Martin's Garden tonight, 7 o'clock. Our big 5-year anniversary party with the Retro Nerds.
It's going to be a party.
You sure you think it's going to be a party? So James Tallarico, this guy, I don't even know what to say about him because he's like Alfred E. Newman on crack.
What number?
I'm sorry, Ken. That would be number 8 on our Wheel of Audio Clips page.
There you go. Ready?
When Larry comes in at noon, it's like, Dad's coming home. We got to clean
I know.
Got to make sure the house looks good for Dad to come in. James Tallarico.
Yeah, and that's, I always think of myself as a Christian who hates Christianity, right? And like, I always get drawn back into it.
You know what I'm really getting sick of, Ken? These podcasters who, just because they're liberal, they get big names that are liberal people. And then they go, oh, yeah. Oh,
you're so.
Oh, God, yes.
I'm a Christian, but you know what? I agree with you.
Oh, yes.
I hate Christianity.
Me too. I am a Christian, but I hate Christians.
What is Tallarico's running for a high major office in Texas, and he's a Christian. He says he's a pastor or priest or whatever he says he is, and then he says, "But I hate Christianity." Come on, people.
All right, spin the wheel. I can't do this anymore. You hear me? I said I can't do this anymore.
Oh, no, you can.
No,
you can't.
Okay. So Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan show said that he was given complete control of Doge. He would have cut the federal budget in half.
What do you think could have been done if you just had like full reign and total cooperation? How much do you think you could have saved?
I mean, what level of power are we assuming here?
Godlike.
Oh, yeah, I could probably cut the federal budget in half and get more done.
That is so crazy. It is so crazy.
Yeah,
that it's
get more done and federal budget in half.
It's that widespread.
Joe Rogan, I get it. He's got a podcast, very successful podcast, $100 million contract. But how many times does he says, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. That is just crazy. You can say it once, it's fine, or maybe a different word than crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Right.
So Elon Musk said he would cut the federal budget in half. When Grover Norquist came to pay us a visit, which was very exciting for us, because we didn't have time. We had one segment with him, and the mics were off, and he was getting ready to go. And I said, Grover, I said, how did we manage before 1913? He says, knew exactly where I was going. No income tax before 1913, but the government only spent 2%.
Right. And you talk about that all the time. We've got to cut things. There are going to be things that are going to be cut. The third rail, Social Security. At some point, Social Security by 2032 or something like that, or 34, is going to be insolvent.
Well, that's not good.
No.
All right, spin the wheel. Let's do one more and get the hell out of here. We got a big party tonight. Big party. Big party at Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville.
5 years, Vic. 5 years.
Kenny, it's been great working with you, too, by the way.
It's been awesome, man.
President Trump, the Great American State Fair.
10 days from now, our country will celebrate one of the most monumental milestones in human history. We will mark 250 years of glorious American freedom.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Why are there cities, sanctuary cities I'm talking about, that are canceling events for the 250th birthday of this nation for July 4th?
Yeah.
Why?
There are some red states. Utah, I think, is having no fireworks, but that's for fire danger.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were fire dangers a lot of other years, but they didn't cancel it. Sometimes I just think that, we can say it's fire, we can say this or that.
Yeah, but I just don't understand. There's a way you can get around all that, you know? Yeah. There really is. If you're celebrating the 250th anniversary of this nation.
Can I do one more chat box entry?
Yeah.
From Prairie Flower? Are you familiar with Prairie Flower?
I really am not,
Hi,
Vic.
Prairie Flower.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? She says, good morning from across the river. Well, thank you, Prairie Flower. We appreciate that. All right, so one more time, our party is tonight, 7 to 10 o'clock. I think the commander's going to be out there as well. You can call him and ask him that when he's doing Jamie Ullman's show coming up here in just a bit. 7 to 10 tonight, Frankie Martin's Garden in Cottleville. The Retro Nerds, they're a hoot. Food trucks, drinks, all ages event, and a fun old time.
Are we doing with Wheel?
And that's all the time we have for the Wheel audio. Oh, jeez. Have I ever done this show before? This is Vic Porcelli saying, help control the liberal population. Have your liberals spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. Larry Connors is in next for Jamie Ullman. You think it's clean enough? Did we clean up enough? All right, we're out of here. Don't forget to have the record player on tonight. Listeners, this morning.
You have the record player on at night.
And we will see you tonight at Frankie Martin's Garden for our 5th anniversary special. See ya.
See you, everybody.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering from Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement,